Hello, 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 Danny. I just heard you. I just heard you enter. I just heard you. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jessica. We all crossed over to the other side. Please live. Please choose life. Hello, Danny. Hello, Polished Mess. Hello, Painting Polish. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Bedazzled. Hello, Doomed. How is everybody's week before Halloween? Hype train started. Dippy, thank you so much for the resub. Oh my goodness, 14 months. Holy crud. We also had a resub from Our Lady of Perpetual Lacquer. Incredible. Hello, Fruit Bat. Hello. Do you all like my beautiful new eyes? I've always wanted a hat. Here you go. I've always wanted a hat, like a baseball cap that just said, my eyes are up here. And now that I have these frog eyes, I feel like I need to pair them. One of them looks like they're like, it's like, I don't know. This is like, one of my frog eyes feels a little, hello, a little dirty. I don't know. I wore these to No Kings though. Did y'all go? Who here went to their local or visited a non-local No Kings? Because I helped do the one in Santa Ana and it was an absolute blast. My day actually was a bit underwhelming because I was the secondary DJ, or not DJ. I was a secondary MC. We had a main stage with like 2 MCs and a bunch of speakers. Hello, Trina. And they were all incredible. I'm sure. I only heard them briefly, but I will see the videos soon. And my partner in crime, thank you so much for the lurk, Trina. My partner in crime, Noelle, she arranged that and did that, which was very great because I was having like a time, and the time was not great leading up to No Kings. So she did all that, and then I was with the DJ in the back for the people who A, couldn't hear the speakers, and B, didn't necessarily want to hear the speakers. They just wanted to stand on the street and wave their signs. And I was like, hell yeah, stand on the street and wave your signs, and we will spin some groovy tunes. So yeah, we did that and handed out buttons, and it was like a pretty chill vibe. There were so many blow up costumes. My friend was wearing for a very short period of time, sadly, a giant like American like patriotic eagle costume, like blow up one. It was a whole thing. But apparently if you wear those in hot weather, they get hot. I assumed that because they were like blowing in air that they would actually be like cool. They would not be too hot. The costumes, let's what we can do right now is we can actually go on Instagram. We could actually go on Instagram, go on the 5051 Instagram, and y'all can see. If you follow 5051 OC, you can see all the stuff that I am involved in. And it's really great. This is run by somebody who doesn't even, I don't know if I should, there shouldn't be a reason not to say this. This is an American who is an expat who runs this and who is not physically here right now. And they are such a testament to how incredible remote, like if you cannot leave your house or you don't want to leave your house or anything, like, you can do so much from home. You can do so much from even like outside the country just to like help. So this person, you know, does all of these posts. They organize a bunch of stuff. They're always like in the chats, like figuring shit out, and like picking up the slack when others need the slack to be picked up. So literally, like, it don't matter. It does not matter like who you are, where you are. Your abilities, you can do something. And I love that. But yeah, we had a Portland frog. Yeah. Everybody loved, obviously, the frog. I feel like I could turn down this audio. I don't think you can, like, turn it down within the browser. I can only turn it down, like, centrally. Anyway, you don't need to hear everybody just going, yeah, the frog. But yeah, I am so happy that frogs have like taken over this movement, honestly. Hello, Lori. Hello, thank you for the lurk. Oh my God, that eagle shirt that just said no and it's like kicking something. That was amazing. But yeah, it was just a super like joyful event. Uh, and like we were able to capitalize on the frogs very fast. We made a bunch of buttons, we made stickers, we got headdresses and whatever. One of my friends is obsessed with frogs and was keeping account of how many frogs she had on her body. I think at the end of the day, she had almost 30 frog. Progressives, baby. I heard an interview with the Portland Frog. I don't think I've even been here since the Portland Frog has gone viral. I heard an interview with the Portland Frog, and he was like, someone's like, why do you wear the costume? Thank you so much. Hello, Jeremy.
X100.
Thank you. Hello and welcome. We're talking about No Kings. I didn't get to do a No Kings Manny. I was too busy making a fun day of resistance for the county of Orange. But yeah, I got recruited. I got recruited to the movement at the first No Kings. Obviously, I had already been a huge progressive. Y'all know that. I don't need to cover that. But I was recruited at the first No Kings. And so it was super like #blessed to be able to run this one, to be one of the organizers of this one. Because it was just like a super, like I said, a super beautiful day of resistance and partying and just having a really good time. And oh yeah, I did hear an interview with the Portland Frog, and he was saying that the things that are happening right now are so ridiculous that it just makes sense that we're wearing costumes. And I think it's so powerful because all of this footage coming out of Portland, you know, the administration is like, oh, they're like, there's gangs and riots and the city is a war zone. And then there's just videos of them like macing fucking frogs and then like violently arresting clarinetists. Like, I like all of my heart and love and everything goes to the people of Portland, and even more so the people like in the detention center that they're protesting outside of, and in every detention center. But they couldn't have picked a better city to absolutely just like make the administration look like absolute fucking idiots. Like absolute fucking idiots. Like, oh, you're afraid? Like, when somebody's in one of those big blow up costumes, those big blow up costumes are so powerful. They're so powerful because one thing, they are a little bit of padding. They're a little bit of protection. They are a little bit of identity protection. And also, unless you're carrying a massive weapon, most of those costumes, you don't even have use of your hands. You can't even carry a weapon, but like unless the frog has like a gun. Like, it's a beautiful way to resist because you get attention. Which by the way, speaking of costumes, if any of you are in the Orange County area on Sunday, you can go to Irvine City Hall between 2 and 4 and participate in our Halloween, our special Halloween special. Oh my God. Okay. I was lost. I was wondering if I was lost. Well, I love you all. And, you know, hopefully some of you heard my rants about the Portland Frog. Not really my rants, my raves about not driving more, but you got to do No Kings Manny collab. Glad you got to contribute in some way. I'm so glad. I wish I could have done a freaking No Kings Manny. But like I said, I was too fucking busy. I was like, maybe I'll do it like in the middle of the night and I'll like, maybe I'll even stream it. Maybe I'll even do it. And then like, no, I started cutting stickers on my Cricut for this event 10 a.m. the day before, or yeah, the day before, and was not done until 2 a.m. the day of. I did not see the before and after satellite pics of the White House. I ain't got time for this shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw the pictures and I was just like, I was like that guy who raised a bunch of money for like, was it multiple sclerosis or something? I think I have it. I think I have a redeem. I think I have a redeem for how I was. Hold on. Let me go to my creator dashboard. Every time I go to my channel points, they're like, hey, you who's been streaming for 3 to 4 years, do you know how to use channel points? I bet you don't. And I'm like, But I do know. Hold on. There we go. This is when I saw the picture of the White House. This is what I was like. I was like that guy. And I'm kind of just like, well, oh, I should share my Twitch thing. I think we might have, I don't know if we made the hype train. I don't know. There was a hype train. Thank you all for hyping and whatnot. I didn't really hype the hype train a lot. But yeah, if you do go to Irvine on Sunday, you can get one of these Cats Against Trump
Ready
buttons.
or not, here we dance.
Hi, Poppy. We gotta have David S. Pumpkins. By the way, tonight there's a movie night. I need to get my little label, my little logo thing to work again. Dude, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you. 15 months. I Poppy. That's how I feel. When I saw that the White House was being freaking demolished, I was like, I Poppy. Trump, dude, you are I know I'm preaching to the choir. I know this is clearly obvious. Such a fucking embarrassment to himself. Such a fucking embarrassment. I'm not even, and I'm done even acting afraid of this man. And I realize that's from a very big place of privilege, but hear me out. That's what he wants. Hi, Nikki. I love you. That's what he wants. He wants us to be afraid. He wants us to fear our horrible overlord. And all I see is a man who's compensating for something. And the thing is that I don't like shaming people for their bodies. So I'm not going to be like, oh, he has a small dick, although he probably does. I don't like shaming people for their bodies, but I'm going to do that anyway. The point is that this dude, whether it is his, I'm sure it's his personal shortcomings that he is aware of in some way. He's just a sad, dumb, stupid, embarrassing human. And I'm embarrassed by him and for him. And I think that capitalism is going to tear down his capitalism is going to tear down his reign of terror because he's not doing anything good. That's what's this whole thing has been wild to me because I was like, this dude's not doing anything good for anybody. In the end, no one is going to benefit from this. The only person who's going to benefit from this is his ego. Maybe. But when you take freedom of speech away from massive media creators who you take away, Disney's freedom of speech and say they can only say certain things. They're not actually happy about that because even though, let's just say that Disney is yeah, we hate woke shit, which Disney's a large company. I can talk all day about Disney because I worked there for 10 years and grew up, pretty much at Disneyland and I love it. And a lot of people work there. A lot of different people work there with different ideas. It's just like the country of America, of the USA. There's horrible people who just want money and there's people who are we want to make something great and be inclusive and stuff. There's all sorts of people. But the point is that when you start censoring these people with tons of money and tons of power, they don't want that because they don't want to have to watch what they say, regardless of if they think it's going to align with you. They don't want to have to watch what they say for fear of retribution. So you're making an enemy there. And especially now that Disney has capitulated with Jimmy Kimmel and he's now just kind of going hard, which amazing. A good friend of mine, good friend, that's probably overstating our connection, but a friend of mine ran some Disney protests, and the outcry from people across the world, I think, canceling their subscriptions and stuff was incredible. We did that. We told Disney fuck you, we are taking away your money. And that's the thing, is that when you build a system that relies solely on money and capital and getting more and more wealthy. And then you're like, yeah, elect me. I'm going to make you more wealthy. And then you suddenly start doing shit that's going to make them extremely less wealthy. You can't make this shit up. I mean, is he doomed? I don't think he is. I think that that's a misguided opinion. Because, like, how is he doing good for billionaires? Okay, maybe a couple. Maybe some people who build prisons. But he's taking away their cheap labor. He's taking away their free trade. He's taking away, like, their ability to speak freely and not face repercussions with their company. He is not benefiting them. Not in the long run, at least. And I just don't think that's true. I'm not saying that, like, oh, boo-hoo, poor billionaires, they can suck my dick. I'm just saying, like, no, he's not. Nobody is benefiting from this. Not even the ultra rich. Not even them. Like, all these systems that they have put in place to oppress people are now just going into this machine that does nothing for nobody and costs $1 bajillion. And then nobody... The poor people aren't going to be able to buy their product anymore. Literally no one benefits. His number one priority is his ballroom and also murdering fishermen. Exactly, Vero. Exactly. What's cheaper than cheap labor? Slave labor. You know, that's very true, Lori. That is very true. Canceling your Spotify before it renews anyway. They invest in the military, AI, but now they run ICE ads. Yep. His heart dick is 10 sizes too small. I agree. He's compensating for his tiny heart. He has pissed off all the cattle ranchers, losing groups left and right. Exactly. You know, if they, you know, like, you are right. If they successfully convert the cheap labor to slave labor, then that might benefit some people. But I just don't believe, like, my entire life, I have been told by people around me who were probably centrists in America, right of center anywhere else, that I didn't understand things. And every single time I have been proven that I do understand things. And I don't think this is good for anybody, even the billionaires. I just don't. Apparently Tidal pays artists the most per stream. I'm gonna have to check out Tidal, because right now our our protest playlist is on Spotify. Which somebody gave me this, like, extremely long list of suggestions for our playlist. And it was so sweet of them to type them up and hand them to someone to hand to me. But now I gotta fucking go through all of them. And I'm like, this is my burden. But anyway, the point is that, is that we just need to keep shaming. We just need, you know, we need to keep dressing in silly costumes whenever we go out. You know, like, what's the thing that people used to say? It was like, oh, my Google is just, like, open. They would be like, anyway, there was a fun way of saying this. The point is, the time of all black and you know, the protester get up, the Antifa, whatever, get up is over. And the new thing is wearing the silliest fucking shit you can think of. I am revamping my anglerfish costume from years ago to MC this rally on Sunday. Because, like, yeah, sure. Look at me. Look at me, I'm Antifa. Like, yes, this fat, disabled lady who's never heard, okay, I have heard of fly. Thank you. She is a terrorist, and she hates America, and she wants transgender for everybody. Y'all have seen that tweet, right? Where, like, talking about me specifically. Look at this terrifying terrorist here. Look at me. Please. I'm streaming. I'm begging you. Look at me as often as possible. You not heard that fly? It was the ghost. That's so true. Y'all, I need to take a picture of our... I don't know if y'all have heard. Many of you are newer than old here. But one time I was sitting in what is now my bedroom. And a fly was flying around. And I was like, ah, a fly. My eye bag's like so fucking baggy. Y'all, the sleep hasn't been happening a lot. Anyway, there's a fly buzzing around. And I was like, a fly. And just watching it. And then suddenly, it collapsed. Its physical form collapsed against my ceiling. As if a ghost was like, fuck that fly, and swatted it against the ceiling. And it's funny because sometimes I'm like, I don't really know if I believe in ghosts. And then like I have a few stories that are like that are like literally unexplainable. And I'm like, I guess that did happen. I still don't know if I believe in ghosts. But I'm not, but when I say I don't know if I believe in ghosts, I legit mean that. It's like, I'm not like, I do believe in spiritual energies. I just don't really know if they're human. And I don't know if, and like, I'm not willing to accept that like any given ghost sighting is actually a ghost sighting. It's like, I saw my like, grandma like come to the edge of my bed and sit there and like, whatever. It's like, that's a beautiful moment. I don't know if it was supernatural or if it was like a hallucination. It probably doesn't really matter if it meant something to you. And I'm not saying it's not, because like I ain't the freaking all-seeing eye dog. But yeah, but I did witness a fly get killed on my ceiling. Brains do weird things. And so much of science is fucking magic. And Danny will agree. Danny doesn't like light magic. Basically, light science. I'm gonna give Danny a freaking crisis right now. We're all nothing. We're all made of these empty particles that like bounce off each other and present itself as flesh and stuff. And everything we feel is an illusion, and we're not touching anything. Exactly. So like, I don't fucking know, maybe there's ghosts. Like, welcome to my stream. If you wanted nail art, it said we're just gonna talk about No Kings and just existential crises. Let's open up this video. Oh, what are they dancing to? I remember this song. This is Noelle, my co-host. She's beautiful. She's amazing. Noelle is just one of the most incredible humans I have ever met in my life. Look at her go. Look at her go. I'm just gonna say it a million times. Like, yo. Anyway, oh yeah, there's some of our costumes. They're beautiful. They were all beautiful. Anyway, she was singing Born This Way at the main stage during one of our speaker breaks where she was just like partying with the audience. And I was hosting this other guy. Let me go down because I think that he's on here too. He sang 2 times. One at the backstage and one at the front stage. Here's our big eagle. Yes. Yes. You see that? That's my friend. Isn't it beautiful? Holding her hand over her heart in the big eagle costume. She suffered so we can have that eagle. She suffered. This person is incredible, by the way. Yeah, Mirka. She was also wearing a progress flag on her back. I wonder if I can get... I want y'all to listen to this song, and I'm not gonna play it all now, because, I mean, hopefully, look, there's me emceeing a rally. I didn't even realize until the other day this was even up there. Me emceeing this rally. Anyway, I want to share with you at some point this song, Ice Out of Santa Ana, because it's amazing. And the dude who wrote it performed twice at No Kings. The dude who wrote it and performs it performed twice at No Kings, and he was amazing. And I thought that it was shared because he shared it a lot of places. But I'll share you guys the YouTube link to it. Oh, what happened? I saw your stream on Beauty. Tell me what's so... Look, I was, as Noelle said, I was born this way. And just because you don't understand true beauty of my voluptuous form, that is really just your lost man. You can also suck my big fat dick. Right now, though, we're looking for ice out of Santa Ana. Also, it's a nail stream. I'll search ice out of Santa Ana, and shockingly, it's not immediately just this song. It's just the horrors, you know? It's just the terrors. It's okay. Danny, I didn't even fucking notice. Anyway, Noelle was singing that song, and I was about to have this amazing, incredible artist come up and sing his song. And I had to wait for Noelle to finish singing Born This Way because it was so loud I could hear it across the like 2-acre park. And her students, she's very open about this, so like I'm not like doxing her. Her students, because she teaches in Santa Ana, they could hear her. On Monday, they were like, I heard you from my house. I could hear you singing from my house. And I'm like, I believe them. Cause like, yeah, I had to like, wait. Anyway, that artist I shared with you, Francis Coe, he's local, Santa Ana, and he is just so talented. If you like good country, if you're like, I love country, but not this like America got my truck, my wife left me because of my truck and took my dog kind of shit, you will fucking love Francis Coe. And I said to Santa Ana, maybe we can listen to it tonight or something. Tonight we are watching movies, and I'm gonna start doing my nails soon. But tonight we're watching movies, and for me, I think it's gonna be a little bit of our unofficial Halloween party. We're doing a double feature. It's gonna be a long one. We're not doing movies on next week. That's not the day that we do movies. But I am gonna be streaming on Halloween Official. But tonight we are watching Crimson Peak, which I have not seen. I hear it is very gory and bloody, and also very good. I've heard like nothing but good things about it. And Doom has brought it up, and I was like, you know, like it's time. It's just fucking time. It's finally fucking time. We're gonna do it. So we are going to watch that, and then we are going to take a pee break, and then we're gonna watch Donnie Darko, which is just like this like 2000s, mid 2000s emo goth horror sci-fi. Like, you're just gonna be taken back to a time. It's also, I think, set in like the 90s. I don't know exactly when it's set, but like you're gonna be taken to a time when you were like, how innocent Jake Gyllenhaal was now. Jake Gyllenhaal's in it, and I know he's kind of a piece of garbage, but we're just going to love Donnie and not what's his name? Not necessarily freaking Jake Gyllenhaal. Man, it took me so long to get that name. 1988. Okay, that makes sense. Patrick Swayze. We're gonna get shwasted tonight. We're gonna get shwasted with Patrick Swayze tonight. We love a Patrick Swayze, don't we? We fucking love a Patrick Swayze in this house. We love Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. Maybe someday we'll watch fucking Ghost, and we're gonna have a sensual moment with some pottery. You feel like my dog and my wife left me in my truck, America? Country has mostly gone away. That is good to know. That's very good to know, Danny. Because I wouldn't know. Because you're already drunk. You're drunk right now, Linry? Hello, welcome. I love you, by the way. Y'all, if you don't know Linry, she's a tiny little creator. Give her some love. Go follow her. You've never seen Donnie Darko. See if you can make it. You have a toddler birthday party this evening. It is going to be our second movie, Lori. The first movie is about 2 hours. So it should be starting at about like a little after 7 p.m. PST. So hopefully a toddler birthday party, I think. You've never seen it? Donnie Darko's very, very good. Eggnog. Oh shit. Y'all, you're gonna love it. And I have dressed, there's a character in it called Frank the Bunny, and hold on a moment because I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess. Now, when did you last let your heart decide? I'm gonna get it on my phone. I just show you on my phone. I could show you the world. It's me in a weird costume. Tell me, Prince Ness? Tell me, Prince Ness. Now, when did you last see me in a weird costume? Is it not in recents? Is it not somehow in recents? Is it in screenshots? Hold on one sec. How could this not be in recents? Hell. I might have taken a picture of a picture on Facebook. Here we go. Here we go. Anyway, you can hardly see it. This is my Frank the Bunny costume. My sexy Frank the Bunny costume. So if you want to see the inspo for that, come with me. Worst case, it's on Tubi. Okay. But you live for the camaraderie. I live for you camaraderizing with us. I want everybody here to camaraderie. You're my comrades. I love the word comrade now, by the way, because like, okay, when you're talking about like a coworker, you can say like my coworker. If you're talking about like a friend, you can say my friend. And then you can talk about an acquaintance, you can say my acquaintance, although that's like kind of like, you know, just a little bit, it's just a little bit like distant. But in the movement, you're like my fucking comrade. My comrade. You know? It's like, okay, maybe we're not like bosom companions, but you're my fucking comrade, you know? I went to a GSA meeting and heard a phrase that I have started using so often. Just whenever it's appropriate, because it just rolls off the tongue and it is correct. Somebody was talking about someone and they're like, "Oh, do you know so-and-so?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, they're a comrade for sure." I was like, they're a comrade for sure. For sure. DSA is Democratic Socialists of America, and you can join your own chapter. Ours is really focused on, I mean, as everybody is around here, fighting ICE and making sure that people know their options for healthcare and safe healthcare, where they will not be arrested by ICE at their healthcare facility, or detained, kidnapped. Like, arrested is too nice of a word for this. Comrade behavior from this terrorist, for sure. For fucking sure. All right, what I want a purple background. A purple background for my nails. Then I want to paint spooky hose on in the orange colorway. But green and purple, or green and orange also appeals, but I think I want purple. I want purple with orange hose. Is what I want. And I was looking for purple earlier. There's a lot from the brand who must not be named section that I'm like, oh, this could be good. This could be good. Wait, what did the girl say? Sorry, must tonight, Bella B. Yeah, the 50th anniversary screening of Rocky Horror with Barry Bostwick and Patricia Quinn. Oh my God. If you could do me the tiniest favor, Earth Girl, could you like, just absolutely play tonsil hockey with Barry Bostwick for me? Just like tongue down that man's throat. Like, if you could do that for me. So I hope our names touch on the watch list, comrade. You want a slutty orange, please? Thank you. It's slutty orange is like annoying orange. but slutty. You may quote me on that. Deep thoughts. He was so sexy as the mayor of Spin City. I have not seen Spin City since Spin City aired. We watched it religiously. I mean, I didn't understand the damn thing, but I did understand it was Barry Bostwick because I was raised on Rocky Horror, for better or for worse. I've been watching it since I was an infant, and I was like, oh, Brad. And yeah, Brad, my taste, one thing, I want to fuck everybody in Rocky Horror Picture Show. Maybe except for Dr. Scott. I'm kind of like trying, and maybe some guests at the wedding. I'm not like 100% into fucking, but like they're on the list. Like they can join if they want to. They can sign up. Yeah. I feel like number one, it was like, yeah, Frankenfurter's so sexy. And then I got a little older and I was like, actually Janet's so sexy. And then I got older and I was like, actually Brad is so sexy. And then I got older and then I was like, actually Eddie is the sexiest. And then I got older and I was like, actually everyone in the bed. Actually all of you. Columbia is your quote roommate. Oh my god, they were roommates. They were roommates. The sentence, oh my god, they were roommates. Like that lady on the phone didn't know it, but it was actually about, actually maybe she did know it. It was about Columbia and Magenta. Columbia and Magenta were, oh my god, roommates. You know? That scene where they're roommates, they're very roommates. All of them can get it. All of them can have their turn, or they can go all at once. I'm not picky. But yeah, I actually am probably, so me and my comrades, many of us, have been invited to a red carpet event, and 2 people at least will be there who, if I don't want to play full-on tonsil hockey with, I would at least like them to give me a little kiss. And I told my friend who told me of the invitation that I would like them to give me a little kiss. First off, I don't know which one to say first, because like both of these people are so incredible, and I will probably meet them and will hopefully not be like, please give me a little kiss. But maybe they will, because they'll be like those people who are like, nice to meet you. Mwah, mwah. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll get a little kiss. But Patrick Warburton is one of them. And I love Patrick Warburton so much. I can probably actually tell you what this thing is. It's called like a combat radio Christmas carol, and it's like a fundraiser, and they've invited a bunch of us to go. And hopefully I'm allowed to say this. They didn't tell me to be secret about it. And yeah, anyway. And they're like, feel free to bring signs, feel free to bring protesters, feel free to like you speak your mind and do your First Amendment shit at our fundraiser. It's red carpet, enjoy. And so anyway, Patrick Warburton's hopefully gonna give me a little kiss on the cheek. And even more exciting for me, even more exciting, Mr. War Never Changes himself, freaking Ron Perlman. He is like the headliner of this event. And I hope he gives me a big little kiss. I want the biggest little kiss from Ron Perlman. I just want him to hold me in his arms with his big face. I would love him to hold me in his Hellboy arms specifically. I love Ron Perlman. Same. So yeah, if that man could just like, I don't know, just give me a piece of, just cut me off a piece of himself. I'm so excited. So, yeah, I was like, we've invited to this thing. And I was like, cool. And they were like, Ron Perlman will be there. And I was like, I've told them like, never make me talk to the media. They're like, someone should like go and they need to be media trained and whatever. And I was like, nah, not me. No media training for me. No, don't make me talk to the media. And they were like, Ron Perlman. And I was like, Could you send me the media training guide? You unironically love the Hellboy movies, not the new one, just the ones with Ron Perlman and Doug Jones. There's a new one. I absolutely, what's ironic to love about the Hellboy movies? I even love fucking, what's his name in the Hellboy movies? In the second Hellboy movie. Frickin', what's his name? The Family Guy man. Seth MacFarlane. He is so good as that guy who is just gas. He is so fucking good. And we constantly say, you must focus. You must focus. All right. I'm doing my nails. I'm getting a purple. I'm finding a purple. This is the problem with never buying purple nail polish, is that I could never find purple nail polish. That's cool. I might need to go with the simple direction. I have, what is it? Is it purple drink? What are you? Lavender, no, this is lavender syrup. I'm gonna have to go kind of simple because my like specialty purples are not very special. Doug Jones is the best. Doug Jones is absolutely the best. Yeah, let's do a classic. Let's do purple slushy. Let's do purple slushy, and then let's find a nice, like, really vibrant orange. I actually think that one of my best oranges is in this little box down here. Yeah. Here we go. Beautiful Limbo Lover. Beautiful traffic cone orange. It's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna look so good. And then maybe I'll find a green as well. We also got one from Glisten and Glow. Whenever you saw I love me a string bean kind of man, you say I love me a string bean kind of man, I mean Doug Jones. I used to be more into string bean kind of men. I'm still into anything if, you know, the vibes are right. All right. Now the question is, where are my spooky hoes? Oh, I know they're mostly in my audience. So, you know, you got me there. Don't worry, you're all my spooky hoes. I love you, my spooky hoes. But I'm talking about the stamping plates with the spooky hoes on them. All right, this is my... Oh, no, that's not my green stamping plates. This is my not green stamping plates. And they might also be in my little... my little stuff. All right. Let's see. This is also something that like might be a thing. Not spooky enough. Okay. I am sniffly. I hope I'm not getting sick, and I don't think I am getting sick. Yay! Okay, these are like some like bondagey hose. And Ho endearing, of course. I know I had out, actually it's probably over here because I've started to I have these like organizers on my wall. And I've started to just give in that I just want to shove things anywhere. Okay, here's another one that has some spooky hoes on it, including some witches like pole dancing on a broom. So that's good. And I think my other spooky hoes actually might be in some of these smaller folders. So let me see. There's some like spooky adjacent hoes there. Hoes with the most. You're right there. You love men that resemble sticks. It's like I said after Mercury, the lead singer of Priest, my favorite band. He is a stick resembling man. And I remember giving him a big hug and being like, I could snap this man like a light stick. And I'd like to. Jesus Christ. This one plate is like stuck. It must have had like nail polish on the back or something when I put it in here. Come on. Come on out. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? I'll take the one back here out. Hopefully that'll like give me some leverage. Yeah, I absolutely must have had some sort of... It's like sticky. Why? Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Ugh. I have like actually no idea. Oh, maybe this used to be on a backing and the backing came off. Is this... There is one more spooky hoe. One more spooky hoe plate that's not this one. That one's a good one. But it's not what I'm looking for. I don't think it's Mundo de Uñas. I think it's Nicole Diary. Do I have just like... I think that there's like a basket of just like random stamping plates. Oh. Okay. I have a good feeling about this purple one. Oh, sorry that this like beginning, I mean, first we just talked about whatever. And now I'm just like, I have a Michael Jackson Thriller stamping plate. I have such mixed feelings about Michael Jackson's Thriller. Because on one hand, it's incredible. And on the other hand, it's Michael Jackson. What color would Mercury from Priest glow? Red, absolutely, because he has a red glowing eye. So I can only assume that that's just his glow juice escaping. I guess somebody's already snapped him. If I'm gonna be honest with you. Somebody got there first. And I'm only really sad about that. Where's my little box of just like random ass stamping plates? Everybody, don't be like me. Shepard, tell them. Shepard says don't be like my mom. Don't be like, I'm doing spooky hoes, and then just keep looking and looking. Take my sweet time, thank you. Thank you. Don't bite me. She just gives little nips to be like, hi, I know you're holding me with both of your hands, but, you could also be stroking me with those hands. You could also be petting me with those hands, and, you're actually not. Look how squishy she is. Oh, she's a squishy baby. I am, like, squishing her. And she is, like, Yeah, she's just like, this is cool. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But she's loving it. Shepherd, you are the cutest, most tyrannical cat I've ever met. I love you. She is beautiful. Okay, and then she's also leaving. You're leaving. Goodbye. You are the weakest link, Shepherd. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Damn. I want... There's one last place to look besides just like my thing of stamping plates that I don't know where they are. And it is this random beauty. My first stamping plates I ever got. I have enough spooky hose. It's just that like this other plate has like much better spooky hose. That's the thing. This doesn't have as good as spooky hose. And it makes me like wonder if the spooky hose are on hand somewhere. Can I move all of my random plates to here? I might have. I might have moved all my random plates to here. But I swear there was a random pile of plates and I cannot find them. I did find an image of the skull. Blessed be the image of the skull. All right, I guess not. At least not in my view. Do I have? Oh, ha! All right. If they're anywhere, they're here. If they're not here, we give up and we move on. If they're not here, we give up and we move on. It is suddenly like so warm. Perhaps not. Come on, be here. Be cool and here. I don't think it has a backing. Okay, if they're not here, then I'm gonna take one last look in here, and then we will officially give up on this. And I will simply use the spooky hose we have at home. I did look through this, right? I did look through this. Yes. Nicole Diary, spooky holes. Spooky holes, spooky hose. When will you return from war? The few stamping plates in this box. Box. Nar. Okay. All right. I will find them. I need to do a cleanup in here. It has been like a year since I did a full cleanup in here, maybe longer, but it's okay. We've got many spooky hose to choose from. We have spooky hose at home. The spooky hose at home. All right. All right. We do have one sexy ghost here. I love a sexy ghost. We do have these witches. I wish my nails were like long enough for these witches to have like their full thing. We also have this little devil chick and this other devil chick and this chick with cat ears. So I think we're gonna be fine. I just really like that other plate, and like I have to like I feel like it just like must be somewhere that it has been like used not like recently, but like I must have put it somewhere after using it, just like, well, I'll find it later. And like, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, that's okay. We also have this dude, this like man with we have like a sexy ghost man as well. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't even fucking worry about it. Let's remove the nail polish. I'm very excited about this color story. I'm very, very excited. We have a man hoe. Being a hoe isn't just for the ladies, okay? If you want to be a hoe, just believe. You will be a hoe if you believe. It's just like Prince of Egypt. There can be miracles if you believe in being a hoe. Though hoes are frail, they're hard to kill. I love a slutty little man. Exactly. A slutty little man and a slutty pair of glasses. Humans are sluts across the board. You are so right. You are so right. Being a slut is a state of mind, is a calling, a gift from God himself, themselves. Your two faves, hoes and Prince of Egypt, together at last. Prince of Egypt is a fucking masterpiece, okay? Prince of Egypt, like, nothing that good has happened for the Jewish people since, you know, the original Passover. Since the first time that happened for real. The little Egyptian print skirts, no shirt combo they wear at the beginning of the movie, big hoe energy. Absolutely. The Egyptians have huge hoe energy. And look, like Moses and God and such, they didn't want to do all that shit. They were like, I want you to be hoes in peace. Just like, let my people go. You can continue being hoes. We salute you. But you done had to do slavery. And like, you could have done BDSM and had consensual slavery. But no, you did real slavery. You could have done it the hoe way, but instead you did it the just disgusting, horrible person way. God, Prince of Egypt Moses is so hot. Very good. You don't like playing with the big boys? You love that one. I like playing with the big boys. Hoses for Moses. Moses supposes his toeses are hoses. And that's why Moses has a foot fetish. That's kind of where it started. Please do make hoses for Moses shirts. And Moses supposes actually. Playing with the big boy sounds so lame lyrically. I don't know the name of the song, but it's probably Through Heaven's Eyes. So fucking good. So fucking good. So joyful. Like, I am like, well, I mean, okay. I'm Jewish. Technically. Excuse me, Jesus, technically. But also I'm an atheist, but also I'm agnostic. I'm like an atheist by like function, and then like agnostic because like I don't fucking know. I don't know if ghosts are real. Shit's weird. Maybe God is real, and maybe there is a God, and maybe I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Not me. But also I have this drive inside myself to like, I love a thing to believe in. Like, there's a reason my favorite band is Priest. Because I just want to go and like fucking worship. I'm just like, something inside of me, the Protestant side of my family. So one of my parents is Jewish, one of my parents is Christian. And my mom is Christian, but I was converted to Judaism as a baby because like it matters for some reason. So like, I'm the coolest convert, you know. I don't fucking know. It's all bullshit in many ways, but I don't know why I'm saying all this. I'm saying this because I love the song Through Heaven's Eyes, because it's just a beautiful message. And I love that. And I know, and it is kind of also like a, not just like a religious message, but also like a bit of like a socialist message as well. Where it's like, you know, you might not think that you are a bright star or something, but like, look at, you know, how your contributions affect like all the people around you and create the beautiful society and world we live in. And, you know, be joyful that you are a part in that. I think it's really pretty. I think it's beautiful. Haven't watched the multi-language version. Oh, there's a multi-language version of When You Believe. Interesting. Support your local burning bush. I always say this. You know, we need more awareness of STDs. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I'm like, my bush is burning. You're an atheist. A lot of religious trauma. I love hearing music in Prince of Egypt Through Heaven's Eyes is great. I am so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. It's just a beautiful song. You must look at your life through heaven's eyes. But yeah, When You Believe is beautiful. That goes hand in hand in my, like, when you believe and God Bless the Outcast from Hunchback, which I have been hearing a lot of like vague negativity for Hunchback of Notre Dame recently. And like, no one's like, you know, I know that some people have like, I know that Lindsay Ellis has an issue with like the Jason Alexander gargoyle, and valid. I kind of like the Jason Alexander gargoyle, but I accept, like, I hear her arguments that the tonal shift is bad. And I'm like, I don't really have a problem with the tonal shift, but, you know, valid, babe. Valid. Valid criticism that maybe I don't care about, but you know. But I hear you. I hear you, and that's good. It's fine. I wanted to put some stuff in the background, so I guess I'll be using the green for the stuff in the background. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna actually shape my nails a little bit, and actually I should probably do a bit of cuticle care. So, I'm like, let's fucking go, except for I'm not gonna fucking go. I'm gonna fucking do my cuticle care. I'm sorry my nails are so dirty. I promise I'm not a dirty, dirty girl. I mean, I'm lying, but... Mostly that one was dirty, because I got some ointment under my nail. They translate the film to over 20 languages, and the song translations are so clean, and multilingual versions transitions between languages almost seamlessly. That is beautiful. That's honestly beautiful. I need to hear that. Disney really should have just gone whole hog and made Hunchback an adult movie. It's so beautiful and powerful. It really is. It really is. I like a lot of the jokes, but it is very dark. But I loved it. And at Disneyland, for a while, just for the shortest while, they had a festival of fools in this little theater they have. And it's just so, it was so cool. And they had like people, like they had a chorus that was like the Eyes of Notre Dame. It was like people who were like made up to look like statues. And like they would sing like the chorus for songs. And it had like, oh, it had like dancing, and I think it had acrobatics, and of course it had the guy, the Festival of Fools guy. Like, oh my goodness. But yeah, God Bless the Outcast, like it just like gets me so much. Like, and it should. It's such a powerful song, and I think maybe someday we'll watch Hunchback all together because it's just so beautiful. Kevin Kline's involved. What more can you ask for? Then the animators went, oh yeah, this is for kids. They threw in the fucking gargoyles. I just kind of like the gargoyles, okay? Sue me. Sue me. Put me in the stocks and whip me. Call me a bad girl. There's this guy who shows up to our protest with a Trump mask and like stocks that he wears with the guillotine on top, and he walks around like that, and I'm like, dude, You love the gargoyles as a kid. It worked, exactly. Lindsay Ellis is just a joyless... No. Lindsay Ellis is amazing. I love Lindsay Ellis. I just wanted to make a... I couldn't even bring myself to make a bad joke about Lindsay Ellis. She's been through too much. You're allowed to not like the gargoyles. I allow you. I give you permission right now to not like the gargoyles, but yeah. I love the part where he goes into the underground and the, I don't know the right way to say it. And the, like, I don't know, like, if they are the Romani people, I don't know. They are called gypsies in the movie. Which, to be fair, the people in the town would have called them slurs, and it's a serious... They don't gloss over this. The movie is, like, insensitive towards these people. But when he goes in the underground and they're like, we have to kill you because we can't let you out to tell people where we are. Then Esmeralda's like, wait, actually don't, please. Actually don't do that. I just, you know, I just have a calling to live underground in a secret society. That's all. Again, what are you going to do about it? Spank me? Hard? Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. I know I'm not doing it on stream, but I'm just rounding them out because I still want the length. I still want the length, but my middle finger cracked right there, so it wasn't gonna be right anyway. It wasn't gonna be right anyway. Okay. All right, I think this is about good enough. Maybe a little more on my thumb. My thumb. Do y'all's thumbnails rather, grow like so much faster than like all your other nails? Or is that just me? All right, all right, all right. Getting in all my care. I'm so excited. Like, I'm excited about watching Crimson Peak. But I haven't seen it yet, so I haven't internalized that excitement yet. But I'm so excited about watching Donnie Darko. And actually, Donnie Darko is playing over Halloween at this really cool theater in Santa Ana called the Frida. They played Suspiria a while back, and, like, I should have fucking gone and watched it, and, like, I just did not have time. So hopefully they'll do it again. And also, it seems like a place that if I, like, wanted to have a birthday party or something, I might be able to ask them. I might be able to, like, rent out a theater and be like, hey, can I play Suspiria or, like, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas or something. Next birthday, we really hope to do a VIP tour of Universal Studios, and we're hoping, because we would ask in advance, but you can pay to just get a little trolley, just get a little person to take you out into the back lot, where, like, you just, like, look at stuff up close, and the Chicken Ranch is there. And I love it so much. And so our goal is to get, like, and we're probably going to dress up like we did for our vow renewal and get some couples pictures at the Chicken Ranch. I am worried every single day I'm going to find out it was demolished. Every day. I worry about that. So hopefully they won't do it this year. And on my birthday, we can finally go and take pictures. We were considering dressing up as... as Melvin Thorpe and the governor when they're shaking hands, like is on the wall of Melvin Thorpe's dressing room. Because of course we both love Melvin Thorpe, and everybody loves the governor. I have never watched the movie with people who were not like the governor. A, sucks, and B, is literally the cutest man that's ever existed. That man loves to dance a little sidestep. He doesn't just mislead people for personal gain. He does it because he loves it. It is... Political sidelining is his passion. And I am like, how can you be mad? He loves it. Look at him. He loves to dance a little sidestep. He's just a little guy. Oh my god. He's played by Charles something. Anyway, it's this fat guy who is, you know, was a Broadway actor, a dancer, and he is this little fat man who like dances real big. He's such a good dancer, and I just love him. I just think he's so good. Everybody does. I'm preaching to the choir. Everybody loves him. But my love is the purest, I think you'll find. The purest and most long-lasting love. The actor is also the one who's trying to get Kermit to sell frog legs in the Muppet movie. That's the same actor. And just an absolute fucking legend. Like, I love it when I get to see fat actors just like, and actresses. I love it when they are just like so good and they're used in a great way. They're just like, they're like, you be this character and you fucking rock it. And they're like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking rock it. And they do. As you probably know, fat acceptance. Should I use like honestly a ridge filling base coat? I don't think I have like a ridge filling base coat that's like good right now, but I've been experiencing some peeling and stuff. And I just think it's because I've been really rough with my nails because I've just been so busy. And a lot of what I do is like stickers and button making and stuff. And it requires using my nails as tools a lot. Probably after this week, I'm going to cut these because I've been doing self-defense class. But I've been missing it the past few weeks. But I've been doing self-defense class and they're like, hey, don't wear long nails to self-defense class because you can actually hurt the other people in self-defense class. But I did wear long nails to No Kings because I was like, look, if I need to use this self-defense, I don't fucking care if I scratch you. But No Kings was like extremely peaceful. I heard that in LA some shit happened, but like I heard hardly anything about any sort of violence happening at any No Kings. And I was even in like a chat that was like different organizers across the state, where we were to go if some big shit happened, and nothing happened. After the fact, someone's like, this thing happened here, but it was like obviously like not big enough to like make note of at the time, and it wasn't even a thing. It was like someone with a MAGA hat showed up. And I was like, wish they wouldn't. But, like, they didn't do anything. Actually, a dude with a MAGA hat showed up to our rally a while back. And he actually happened to find our safety lead who's from Texas. So the guy running safety who is from Texas and also is just like, can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and still find things to talk about with anybody. He just loves to talk, and I mean, same. You would love him. I mean, I love him, Danny. Obviously, he's a comrade, and he keeps me safe. He keeps me and the fellow comrades safe. And because he was from Texas, he's like used to talking to, Trump supporters. So like the guy just immediately found him, and they were just off talking the entire time. And the weird thing was, the guy claimed to actually have like completely leftist values. Which is something I want to read this book, because I was discussing with another person. We were discussing books we were reading. And there's one called Switch, and there's another one about like changing people's minds. And one thing it goes into is that people are tribal, basically. People have tribes. So if you're in the Trump tribe, you like might actually have like leftist beliefs, but you won't like go over to them because you're like, no, I'm in this tribe. So like, I don't know, I need to read the books, but like they did tell me a story about how like they were trying to like get somebody elected to a school board, and they were canvassing, and they found this guy who was like, oh, you're not gonna try to like put boys in girls' bathrooms or whatever. And like they like kept their cool, and they were like, I don't know what exactly they said to him, but then like at one point the guy's like, well, I'm gonna raise my kids the way that I want to. And they were like, that's fine, we just want everybody else to be able to raise their kids the way that they want to as well. And they ended up like getting that guy to like vote for this like person who was like, politically opposite of him for school board, by just like not attacking his like tribe, by just being like, oh, we also want this thing. And like, that's pretty fucking cool. There's a guy wearing a big red Trump flag at ours. He looks so uncomfortable. Exactly. Like, what are you gonna do? Were there a bunch? Who else? Did y'all have a lot of costumes? Any fun stories from your No Kings? I didn't even ask. I'm just like, listen to me. I'm here now. I'm the one with the microphone, so you're gonna listen to every damn word I have to say. Man, this is fucking one coat. Hollow Taco is so thick. Newsflash. Breaking news. Hollow Taco's thick. Yeah, bless his heart. So anyway, yeah, I talked to him for like an hour until I came over to report that there was another suspicious person. If you maybe I shouldn't give this advice, but if you don't want to look like you're trying to fish information for your like right-wing YouTube channel, don't go asking people tons of questions about who they are and what they do and why they're there. Because like, I'm so open about who I am and what I do and why I'm there. But if somebody comes up to me at a rally and is like, so what do you think about all this? I'm like, are you a fucking cop? Like, what? It's not comrade behavior. I'll tell you that much. You have to. I have a big sticker that says you have to tell me if you're a cop, and I have no idea where to put it. Here's the thing about me. I don't like putting like bumper stickers that are like that on my car, because I don't like getting pulled over, and I don't like putting like honk if you blank on my car, because I don't like people fucking honking at me. There's a lot of funny things, funny and good stickers that I don't have or use, because I'm like, I just literally don't want to deal with this shit. I have heard though of white women specifically, but I imagine there's some white dudes and probably some white non-binary folk who put Mexican flags on their cars with the idea that they are going to be pulled over by ICE or whoever, and waste their time. And that is a huge thing you can do. Wasting people's time. If you have the opportunity to waste somebody's time who is working for this regime and making things worse, waste their time. You don't have to. This goes back to the time-honored tradition of being a Great Dane, which I need to look at our upcoming themes, and I need to I want to do a teach-in on being a Great Dane. And what I mean by being a Great Dane is that Denmark was able to really effectively resist the Nazis by acting stupid, doing things slowly, and just being general pains to work with. You love to get back and you haven't nail arted yet. It's like you waited for me. Exactly. I was waiting just for you. Look, I had to get on my soapbox as per the usual. I had to get on my soapbox, but, wasting people's time. So if you don't mind getting pulled over, if you're like, I am the world's safest driver and I've got my license and registration and everything's all in order, and I just do not care, and I never worry about being late anywhere. Put a Mexican flag on a "you gotta tell me if you're a cop" sticker on your car and waste their goddamn time. Drive around fucking Home Depots and waste their damn time. It's essential. Wasting the time is essential. When you see agents of fascism coming around, you put on, they don't pay you enough for this. That attitude. You need that attitude. You don't pay me enough for this. Waste his time, as they say. And by his, I mean, you know, ICE. Anyway. All right. All right, so we have Purple Slushy. It is definitely more cool toned right now on this camera. We're gonna let that dry a bit. I might put a top coat on it. I probably will put a top coat on it. Just to make sure we're good. It looks really good in the camera. It looks really good in the camera. It's so thick, and I feel like it's gonna take an hour to dry. I guess I could shake up these bottles while we're waiting for it. But yeah, I'm hoping to do a teach-in on how to resist by playing dumb and slowing down shit. And I think that'll be good. I think that'll be good for everybody. Oh my goodness. All right. These are pretty darn shaken. I also finished a mini yesterday. I don't know if I have a picture of it. I mean, I have a picture of it on my phone. I'm not extremely happy with it. I'm not extremely unhappy with it. But I do feel it's for that mini club I'm in. I feel like I did a pretty good job. It's just there's a lot of stuff on that mini that's not my specialty. And it was easy-ish, but I'm just kind of man, I wish I was better at this thing. And I suppose I just need to watch some tutorials and get more serious again. Is what I gotta do. All right. Trying to think of what else happened. Oh my god, we never talked about Sinners, and I feel so bad because I tried a thing during Sinners that I shouldn't have tried because we were ramping up for No Kings, and I just really wanted to make more buttons, and my friend who wanted to see Sinners was also going to be there, And so we decided to put Sinners on the TV, but there were people walking. I mean, we decided to like watch it with y'all like downstairs with everybody there. And we just we were just unable to like really actually watch the movie. And it super bummed me out because I wanted to like have a fuller experience. And then when we were talking at the end, my freaking Discord just totally fucked up. Like, I could hear everybody, but I couldn't say anything. And I was just like, God fucking damn it. But yeah, we watched Sinners with the whole group 2 weeks ago. And it was so amazing. I like Sinners. I turned it on like a few weeks ago, like in the middle of the fucking night, being like, I'm definitely not going to finish this tonight. And then I definitely finished it that night. It was so damn good. And I've been telling people who aren't usually into horror that they should watch it. Because it really is that good. And it really is in many ways that important. Like, the thing that really got me about Sinners. So Sinners is a movie that came out this year. And it's a vampire movie. But it's about these two brothers who have left Chicago. They like are from Mississippi. They moved to Chicago. This is during the 30s. Because Chicago didn't have Jim Crow laws. Like, you could just like, you know, allegedly live free. But then they didn't like it there, and so they moved back and decided to like open their own juke joint. And it's about what happens at that juke joint. Nothing has ever. There's a few times I've seen things that have really made me understand something that like I understood in theory, but then like made me actually go like, oh, I get it. I get it now. And for me, Sinners really made me believe, like made me understand, not believe, I believed, but understand like how being an oppressed minority, like a black person, even if you have money, even if you are free, like the fact that you are inherently unbelieved, the fact that you are inherently an outcast to many people, the fact that you are inherently a scapegoat can take all of that from you. All of that, because like you are just not going to be served the same justice and given the same benefit of the doubt as other people are. And like there's just a few points in that movie. There's even like a point like very early in the movie where like someone just telling a story about how his friend got a bunch of money, and then these white people like realized he had a bunch of money and then like framed him for like a bunch of crazy shit, and like they were believed. And so like weird for a vampire movie to like make me understand that, but like horror has so much incredible, like there's so many incredible horror movies that convey such important ideas. I think it's such an effective art form. It can be such an effective art form, and Sinners just like absolutely made it effective. It really expanded the definition of horror movies for me. I'm so glad to hear that, Danny. I'm so glad to hear that. My friend is having a date tonight, and I have recommended perhaps they watch The Hunger. I'm like, look, it might not be for you, but it might. And maybe it'll be for both of you. Maybe it'll put you in a mood. I don't know. And I was like, read the Does the Dog Die? Because there's things. But this friend often watches stuff that like I wouldn't watch. That like I would be like, ooh, that's a lot for me. So I think that they'll probably be okay. I don't know about their date though. I don't know their date. Horror always felt cheap, but Sinners is a great example of how it can be way more than just jump scares. Yeah, you know, the thing about horror is that it can be effective and cheap. And some of the best horror movies are some of the cheapest horror movies ever made. Some of the scariest horror movies. Like, I know a lot of people aren't like scared out of their minds by Paranormal Activity, but I was, and many of us were. And it's so effective. And I also think that it has things to say. But also high concepts, high budget, you know, like horror. The thing is that horror can be cheaply made and be effectively scary. And people have lower expectations of horror. So it's very ripe for people, and also like less of it's made. Less of it, like less big budget horror is made. So I feel like a lot of people do it for cheaper, or there's a lot more independent stuff, or independent stuff gets more popular because, like, as far as independent stuff go, I've seen independent like drama movies, and usually like very low budget ones. Usually I'm like, oh, that was boring. Horror is inherently not very boring, so that's very cool of it. But yeah, like that movie, Sinners, Midsummer. There's so many really incredible horror movies with things to say. And Sinners has an uplifting vibe about it that Midsummer does not have. Let me tell you, kids, about when Blair Witch Project came out. Exactly. You know, okay, Blair Witch is something that is so funny to me. And it's because I've learned in recent years, I have learned about the movie Cannibal Holocaust. I don't know if y'all know about this. I have not actually seen Cannibal Holocaust. I probably won't. Maybe someday, if I'm like, just like, if A, I'm just like, fuck my shit up, or B, I'm just like, I want to finally see this thing I know about but have never seen. Anyway, Cannibal Holocaust was a found footage movie that, it's really interesting. It's really interesting from a scholarly level, because the movie set out, it's like this group of students go to like commune, or a group of activists go to like this like no, it's filmmakers. They go to this like African village to try to like show the brutality of these people, and the brutality isn't happening, and the people who are really brutal are these people. And in the end, like, the natives get so pissed that they do some brutal acts, but like that's not really the point. But the problem with this movie, there's many problems with this movie, is that the person who made it, even though he was trying to make this point, hurt actual people and animals and natives in the making of this movie. Like, I love some Italian horror, but also some fucked up shit happened in Italy in like the 60s and 70s in the movie times. Pretty fucked up. But anyway, so we didn't have found footage for a really long time. I don't know if any found footage was made between like then and Blair Witch. I assume there has to have been at least a few, and maybe some that I'm just not like considering to be found footage that are like, well, this technically would be found footage, because Cannibal Holocaust had such a horrible reputation. It was banned from places. There were trials. I think that the filmmaker had to serve some time for it. Good. I'm glad. But people stopped making found footage films, or didn't make any more, rather. That was like the first one, because that was so horrendous and they didn't even want to be at all associated. But the person who made Blair Witch Project was not aware of Cannibal Holocaust. And so they just brought the genre. I would say they brought it back, but it had only been around once before. And thank goodness for that, because it is, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, such a cool genre. Such a fucking cool genre. Let me tell, yeah. You want to see Midsummer, but you know it's triggering. Have you seen my video on it? You might, if you want to have an experience of it that, that preps you for it, and maybe you can watch it later. I did a curated, it's the last video I ever did. I mean, I'm hopefully going to make more. Obviously, right now, I'm like elbows deep in Resistance, but like, when I'm done with that, or maybe even before then, I really want to do one for the Terror. I have all the polishes picked out even. But I do explain the entire movie. Let me share with you my thing. You may enjoy my video. No, you read the synopsis, so you can watch my video. I try not to. The most triggering part for me, I do not go into, and I don't show anything graphic because it's YouTube. And I don't show anything graphic. But yeah, no, Midsummer is so good. And also in the first 20 minutes, the first time I watched it, in the first 20 minutes, I almost stopped. Oh, you did see. Okay, that made you want to watch it, but then the synopsis deterred you. If you want to ask questions about, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't watch for your fucking triggers. that was for me. I'm like, Stephanie, you don't know. You're not in their brain. You're not in their brain space, having their brain time. Sometimes I like to get my water from a well, actually. This moon has like little doodads in it, and I don't think the doodads are gonna like show well. Okay, so the moon is gonna be green. I really like doing so I'm gonna clean this. I like doing these kind of like monochrome drawings, paint, whatever. Like, I've done the Spooky Hose a few times, and my favorites have been when I just like paint stuff a solid color. And I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna like it a lot. I like it. I need more freaking. It's a drug sex scene because it's not consensual. It's not. You're totally right. You're totally right. I don't mind that scene. Mostly because I hate Christian so much. The guy it happens to. But you're valid. You're absolutely valid. That's an absolutely valid thing to not want to watch. And I'm not trying to say that because I hate Christian, he deserves that. Yeah, he's on like shrooms basically, but like, yeah, like I said, I ain't a Marines biologist about your brain. So I'm not gonna tell you. But that part did not bother me. Mostly I was just laughing at that part because everybody was naked and singing into his face. That was very good. But yeah, no, the movie's fucked up. Fucked up shit happens in that movie. And like, that's the whole thing too, is that like all this fucked up shit is happening. And it's like, and I went into this in the video, but it's just a classic cult indoctrination tactics. Like, Danny sees all this crazy shit happening and everyone's acting like it's normal. But not like acting like she's totally crazy. Just acting like, oh, this is normal, but if it's hard, we'll help you through it. Whereas like her boyfriend is acting like she's crazy because he just wants like a fucking, yeah, no. The cult aspect is so interesting, yeah. It is so interesting. So yeah, like, just how the cult, you know, totally indoctrinates Danny. And how you can just see it. How you can just see it the whole time. You're just like, if you know what to look for, you're like, they're not sleeping. They're in this, like, they're isolated. They're not eating food because all the food's fucking gross. Like, I kind of wonder how normal the cult is. Like, how, like, because, like, Pele, everybody leaves at a certain age. Everybody leaves the cult at a certain age. And, like, Pele is not like shown to be someone who's like not at ease with like everyday life. He's not like an Amish person. Like, now given I haven't seen many Amish people on like Rumspringa, but like, I mean, I probably have met a few, and you know, maybe like I'm giving them not enough, you know, not giving them the benefit of the doubt enough. But like, I feel like probably the weirdest shit is just like in that midsummer camp. You know what I mean? That's where you go to get indoctrinated. And then like you go to like the more normal area. Not like completely normal. But more. You want to rewatch Over the Garden Wall. You saw TikTok saying it's a retelling of Dante's Inferno. That doesn't sound right, but I don't remember the specifics of either of those films enough, or either of those stories enough to debate that. There's one movie I watched called Antrim that was really, really interesting. And it was about like, there's this girl and her brother, and the brother's dog dies, and the mom was like, and I guess like it might have had to be put down because it bit somebody. And their mom is like, oh, well, the dog's going to hell, or like the dog doesn't have a soul, and if it did, it was going to hell because like it bit somebody. And the little boy doesn't want his dog to go to hell. So his sister's like, I'm going to take you to this forest and we're going to dig a hole to hell and get the dog back. And she tells him like, oh, if you find the dog's collar, that means that you've like saved its soul. So they go in the middle of this like suicide forest. Sorry, trigger warning. Apologies. I did saying that word. They go into this forest. One sec. And they start digging a hole. And like the sister keeps being like, we're getting deeper into hell. And then like things do start happening, and then they finally get to like the final layer of hell, and it's fucked up, man. It's called Antrim, and it's presented as like a movie that is literally cursed. Like it's presented as being made in like I'll find you like a link or something. Well, here's what it looks like. It's really fucked up. This thing's a torture device that is used, and it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up, and also just like interesting. The one thing I don't like about it, so it is like claimed to be like, they're like, this movie came out in 1977, and like it was played at 3 theaters, and those theaters burned down, and like everybody who's watched it has died, and like all this shit. I mean, it's not actually that. It came out in 2018. And the thing I don't like about it is that there's enough stuff in the movie and how the film was made. I watched tons of shit from the 70s. Tons of shit from the 70s. My biggest problem with this movie is that the film quality does not look like the 70s. And also, there's like supposed to be like satanic like symbols in the movie that like are flashing on like one frame. Like somebody drew them onto the frame, but they didn't do that right. They keep them up for like too long. I'm like, it's like a static image that they have just like put there, and like it's just like an outline. It's just like a sigil that somebody drew in like Photoshop. And if it flashed in one frame every once in a while, I would be like, oh, somebody drew on the original film. Somebody drew that sigil. But they keep it up for multiple frames, and it doesn't change. And it's something that would either only have like, I mean, I guess you could say it like is the devil, but like you can do that effectively with just one frame, and way more effectively than they did. So that's my problem with Antrum, is that I knew it wasn't real, but I went in there ready to be immersed. And then I was like, I know too much about film. Like, and it's not like I'm the expert on film and film in the 70s. I just know enough to know that that's not how it works. I'm like, that's not right. You're being silly today. Don't do it that way. Okay. I kind of want like a few other like little, like, this has some stars and stuff. I would love some just like little background giblets. I also have like a lot of other stamps that I could use to add these background giblets. But I don't know. I'm like suddenly looking through my CADS plates. Anyway, really interesting movie, really interesting twists in Antrum. I just watched it a while back and I keep thinking about it. And I think it has a problem. It has a problem in that it's just like I said, it's like, believe this thing about this movie. Believe that this movie was made in the 70s. And I'm like, no. That is the one thing about this movie that I cannot suspend my disbelief about. Like, this was filmed on a digital camera, and I can tell. These sigils were drawn in a paint program, and I can tell. And I wish I couldn't tell. Okay, I'm gonna pull off a... Okay, does this have 2 layers? Yes. That it hardly made any noise. I need to bring back Technicolor. All right, this is kind of not exactly the vibe I was thinking, but let's see if I have any, if there's anything on here. There's like so many eyes. There's this mouth. This mouth is kind of cool, but it's going to be like, the black kind of just sinked into the back here. And I would like, maybe... I do have some scary stuff, some spooky stuff. I just want, I mean, I have tons of spooky stuff. I always have tons of spooky stuff. I'm gonna have this. That's a thing. That's a thing. These are things. I think that I can work with these. I think we can work with these. All right, all right. Technicolor is fucking based. You're so right, and you should say it. All right, let's just do... That's one of the reasons I really wanted to go see frickin' Suspiria in the theater, is because, like, it was going to be in Technicolor. And I'm like, fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. By the way, I want all of you to know, from the bottom of my heart, that I am wearing a I'm wearing a onesie. I'm not wearing it on the top of, this is the plaid shirt, and this is my trans rights shirt, and then wrapped around my waist is the top of my onesie. Oh my god, I have to tell you all. So have y'all heard about the trials and tribulations of me getting my vault suit for the Fallout Fan Festival up till this point? So here is the basis of the story that you must know. I placed an inquiry with one company to make me a vault suit for November's Fallout Fan Festival in Good Springs, California. And that was like 4 or 6 months ago. I knew that I needed to get it in early because my ass is so big. I literally could not get anything in the right size and color for me to wear that I could like make into a vault suit. A lot of people make them from jumpsuits. I couldn't do that. They just didn't exist in my size and in the right color. So my choices were make it myself, which I felt like I could, but it would be like 2 to 3 weeks of me like crying and working. So first I tried to find a seamstress. That did not work out. Then I went on Etsy and I was like, okay, I'll order from Etsy. I found one. I'm like, okay, let me reach out to them and see if they can make me a costume. And like I said, like, I think a lot of people don't realize how big I am. I am on Zepbound right now. I am under 400 pounds for the first time in a few years. So that's like where we are. My ass is 70 inches around. Torrid does not carry my size pants. You can buy it online from Torrid, but they don't carry it in stores. So like my entire life, I've been on the edge of what's actually available at stores. Either I was like the highest, the biggest size that they had, or I can't. Thank you, Danny. I'm not trying to complain. I'm not trying to tell a sob story. I'm just trying to explain how big my ass is, because like people do not get it. Even seeing me in person, people don't get it. But like seeing me online, all bets are off. Like they don't get it.
You're not trying to complain, you're trying to brag.
Exactly, honey. Thank you. Hubs just came in and was like, you're not trying to complain, you're trying to brag. And I was like, exactly. You should all be jealous of my magnificent ass. The only one you shouldn't... The burden that I bear for us all is what Hubs always says. Sometimes he'll bear the burden for me if I ask. Or if I don't ask and I'm walking up the stairs and I'm like, don't. Anyway, point is that it big. It don't fit into pants, which is why I needed a custom one. So I reached out to this one company and I was like, hi, I need this vault suit. I need it by November. And I need it to at least be 70 inches around my glorious ass. And they were like, no worries, we got you, blah, blah, blah. And then they ghosted me. So I was like, okay, like that sucks, but moving on. Let's find another company. I found another company. It shipped from the United States, so I didn't have to pay taxes on it, dues on it. And it was going to be actually like $200 cheaper. I was ready to pay money, like real money that came from my glorious ass, for this costume. So anyway, I messaged them and I'm going, double checked on a Tuesday afternoon. Never heard of her. Hair toss. Exactly. So yeah, anyway, so I messaged this other company and I'm like, hi, can you make this to my measurements? My biggest measurement is my ass and it is 70 inches around. I understand. I said this to both of them. I understand if that's like an unwieldy amount of product to use, like, cause like it is a lot of fabric and like some people are not like, they're like, I just like, my arms don't go that big. So like, I understand the limitations of my glorious butt. And they were like, oh no, we absolutely can do that. So I was like, cool. So they're like, we'll get it to you mid-September. And I was like, wow, that's great. That's like earlier than I could have ever imagined. Thank you. So, my order goes into pre-transit, whatever. And I'm like, not getting any updates. It's like still in pre-transit. It's getting to the time it's supposed to be there. Finally, I take the whatchamacallit, tracking number, and I find like what the tracking number is for to see if it's like not communicating correctly with Etsy. And it wasn't communicating correctly with Etsy. And I told the person, things get stolen from my house. So like, you have got to like give me the tracking, because like you got to. Because it might just go missing from my house. And it's custom made and whatever. It had been delivered to a house that wasn't mine. To somebody else. There was a picture and it was somebody else's house. And I was like, hi, it was not delivered to my house. And it said it was delivered. It wasn't delivered to my house. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. We sent you the wrong tracking number. Let me get you the right tracking number. And then the store closed. The Etsy store closed. So I got a refund from Etsy and I got an email from allegedly this store owner. And the store owner was like, hey, I'm so sorry. Can you replace your order? Your order's all made. Can you replace your order on this thing? On this other website or on another website? On this other Etsy store. And I was like, this is so fucking shady. But it is an Etsy store, and I know if you fuck me over, they're gonna refund me. So I don't really have other options. I started looking for other options, but I still couldn't find any other options. I didn't really have any other options. So I was like, okay, fuck it. We ball, you know? And so I went to Etsy and I placed the order again. What was I going to use here? Oh, I was going to use the planchette. Oh, or the hand. That hand is so cool. Maybe the hand. I'll use the hand. Anyway, so I placed the other order. And they're like, your thing is, it's done. We're just sending it. We're just sending it. And as soon as you place the order, we'll send it. They were not sending it. They were not sending it. So first, when I first placed the order, I like sent them a message through Etsy on this new site for receipts purpose. And I was like, hey, just making sure this is going to be my original order that's made to my size, right? Because they also sent me to the general page that like had these fucking bozos. They sent me to the general page that had like the general sizing. And so I did put it to their biggest size, 5X. But I was like, just checking in that this is going to be the right size. And it took them a while to get back to me. And they were like, yes, it is. It's your order. We made it. It's going to be the right size. No tracking. No tracking. No tracking. I kept being like, send me the tracking. And they're like, it's on its way. And I'm like, send me the tracking. Send me the tracking. And I was like, if you have the tracking, why are you not sending me the tracking? If you have it, like, why are you withholding this information that's available? Why would you do this? So finally the tracking goes up and I'm like, oh my God, it's actually happening. It was coming from, Pakistan. By the way, they went from being in the US to being in Pakistan, coming from Pakistan. And I'm like, okay. Like, I need to get through No Kings. And then after No Kings, I'm gonna like figure out like what the fuck's happening. But like, you know, hopefully this is coming and hopefully, you know, maybe some shit happened or whatever. And maybe it's actually coming. Maybe it's gonna be what it is. So it does get here pretty fast after it left Pakistan. I go to, they weren't able to deliver because I did have to pay duties on it. They were only like $20 or something, which is like ridiculous that I have to pay them. But like I said, I was like willing to pay. I'm like, the payment is not the problem. I need it though. And I need it to fit me. So I go to DHL. They have the package. I pay the duties or whatever. I pay the fucking Trump tax. I get to the car. I open it. There's a vault suit in it. It's beautiful. I hold it up to myself and I go, this doesn't look right. This looks like maybe in a year on Zetbound, I could fit into this. So big, because I'm very big. But I don't think it's big enough. So I took it home. I tried it on. I can hardly get my ass into the like zippered opening. I can hardly get it over my ass. And then when I pulled it up my thighs, it stopped like right at like the like my mid thigh area. That's how as far as I could get it in there. So I had not been, and this whole time, even now, I didn't use any curse words because like A, like, what's that going to accomplish? And B, I just wanted to look absolutely fucking scot-free if I brought this up with Etsy. I didn't want Etsy to say that I had been, like, abusive or, like, unreasonable or anything. So finally I was like, I just got it and it doesn't fit. You scammed me. Like, you said it was going to be to my measurements. These aren't to my measurements. Like, and like, I'm reporting you, I think is what I said. And they're like, we didn't know such thing. Like, we sent it to you. We told you we wanted to make it better. And I was like, I ordered one to my size. It needs to fit me. That's why I ordered it special to be at my size. And this wasn't my size. And you lied to me. And you, like, this came a month later than I was expecting. And like, I have the receipts. Like, you can't say you didn't do this to me. You made me go to a different site, to a different shop, because presumably you got your shop shut down for scamming people. And they were like, no, let us make it right. We'll send you a new one. We'll send you one with your measurements. We'll get it there before Halloween. So I'm like, you know what? Sure. Get it here before Halloween. If you do, I won't report you. Because I am fucking desperate. Right? Thank you, Earth Girl. You're the only one who gets it. You and no, everybody here gets it. You all know how glorious my ass is. Maybe sometime we'll get together and I'll let you rub it over clothes. For good luck in a consensual, platonic way. But anyway, like, so yeah, they say, and they had me resend my measurements. And at first I was like, did they think it was centimeters? But I don't think that what they sent me was anything close to 70 centimeters. I think they sent me the 5X. And like I said, it was big. Like, it was a big, it was for sure plus sized. In a year, if I'm a good girl, maybe I can wear it. And they said they get it to me by Halloween. I didn't correct them and go like, it's actually for November. So here's my concept. If by Halloween, I don't have the thing in my hand, because I told them, like, get it to me by Halloween. Like, if it's not in my hands on Halloween, I'm reporting you. But because they're not having me send back the other one, I'm going to take it to... It is okay. You know, there are worse things, but but it did really suck because, like, I do have a bit of, like, I have a temper and I'm not, like, proud of my temper. It just is there. And so, like, every few days I would get an update or a lack of update or something. And it would really put me in a bad mood and really affect, like, so much other shit. And it's also hard to talk to people about sometimes because, like, one thing, like, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people make their own vault suits out of, like, jumpsuits. And you would be amazed at the, like, there has probably been once in my life that somebody says, no, this will actually fit you. And it has. Because people don't understand that. Like, people who are not immensely fat. And, like, I say that as an immensely fat person. That people who are not immensely fat, they just, like, and I don't think it's through fault of their own. Like, there's a lot of things that we deal with in our lives. Like, all of us have that struggle that other people don't get. And, like, I can name it for a few people in the chat because I know that, like, a lot of us have, like, very specific, like, issues that it's like other people just don't get if they're not going through the same exact thing. And, like, I'm absolutely like a perpetrator of, like, the microaggression of you could just do this and, like, literally no, they can't. So it's not like I'm trying to, it's, you know, it's like, don't, if you've done this, if this has been you, if this has happened, you know, like, don't be ashamed of yourself. Just, you know, remember that everybody's got their own, that, you know, everybody's got something that most people don't understand, probably. We well. I mean, I guess, like, I don't really know if I want to say really well, because, like, it's not like having a different fat body is, like, less beautiful than my fat body. But I carry it in a way that people don't realize how heavy I am. And so they just don't know. They literally just don't know. There is, like, a tiny deck of tarot cards here, but I think that this, I smell like one other green thing on my pinky. Maybe just, like, one green star. Maybe just, like, one, like, there's a few stars here. Maybe just one green star. Oh my god, why does my stream keep dying? You have no concept of measurements for inanimate objects, bleh, let alone humans. Yeah, it's not like, and, like, you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm not asking everybody to understand how big I am exactly. But just to understand that, like, unless you're 400 pounds, you probably don't know. You probably don't know what I'm dealing with. You have your own shit that I don't understand. That I don't know what you're dealing with. But yeah, anyway, so let us hope. So the one they gave me, and I'm going to take it to a tailor and see if they actually can make it fit me. It's really nice. I actually really like this suit. If I do get a suit from them, I will probably leave 3 stars and be like, the suits are great, but don't order anything custom, and have literally all the time in the world. Order it a year before. If they don't get me my costume, I'm leaving them 1 star and telling the entire story of what they did, and then also calling eBay or Etsy and being like, shut them the fuck down. Like, fuck these guys. Anyway, I don't like doing that, but it's just like, just be fucking honest with me. Just be honest. So I'm like, the thing is, I've been waiting for you, and I could have been doing something else about this. But instead, I've been waiting for you. If you had sent me this a month ago, I would have been like, oh, shit, that sucks. But now I'm furious. I mean, I would have been pretty mad, but I wouldn't be like threatening to report them to eBay, or sorry, to Etsy, you know? Like, not always, but usually, where I'm like, oh, I've just been like so bloated. Like, my wrists are like so like I often can tell how like heavy I am just by like my wrists. And so I'm like, oh, my fucking like, they're so puffy and I'm whatever. And then I actually weigh myself and I'm like lower than I was the last time. And I'm like, oh. Well then. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? What's the problem? What's this one? Are you getting it? Or is it happening? Am I streaming to you? Let me look at unstable. Why? Why is it unstable? Poor network connection. I'm back. Why is it unstable? Twitch says it's unstable. There's a poor network connection. And I was having issues with my like therapist yesterday too. Hold on, let me go to the creator dashboard. Why is it unstable? What happened? Did I accidentally knock my... Did I knock my thing? You're really nothing. You're a stick figure. The circle in the middle. Should I try to like plug my... I need to like figure out, hold on. Should I try to like plug my thing in better? Should I like make sure I'm fully plugged? One sec. One sec. Is this my drink now? Okay. I think you can actually hear me. Listen to me while I navigate my really, really stupid setup right now. I should probably turn off the mic. But I'm not gonna. Oh, fuck. I'm like dropping shit in the corner. My setup's really stupid right now because I now have a painting station up here. Something big just fell. Ah, I see what it is. Well, that's a job for future Stephanie. Current Stephanie. Is, just knocked over something else. I don't know what it was. Oh, it was this bottle of thinner. Okay. You two are unstable with a poor network connection. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you. We're fighting for you. Still says unstable. You, my... Can I actually view my stream? Did I cut out anytime then? Actually view my streams. Hold on. And also what, like... Okay. It looks like it's coming through good now. Alright. Well, we're just gonna take care of this. I know there's been some issues with my shit. And I think I just need to, like... Maybe I need to turn my... You know what I think I need to do? Is I think I need to turn my PC, my, like, tower around. Is what I need to do. So that I have access to it from this side. Just for a sec. In and out. Okay. How am I... Has it gone out again? Since it went out and I, like, went on my little journey? Maybe I fucked it up when I, like, streamed Sinners. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Alright. So. We're now gonna work on the hose. Number one is this hoe. You can't really see her. There she is. But you'll see her on the stamp. She is, one of my favorite hoes. She's, oh, I need a new, she didn't come out quite right. It's just this little devil lady. I think my it's hard to pick a favorite hoe. It's hard to pick a favorite hoe, as I'm sure you all know. But like, the ones that really hold a place in my heart are this one. I also have one that is a woman being thrown out in a pumpkin. I love that one. Like she's like in a pumpkin, her legs are sticking out, and she is being like tossed. I'm so sad I don't know where my hose are right now. Do you hate it when you don't know where your hose are? Anyway. So. And then I like the ghosts. The sexy sheet ghosts. The sexy sheet ghosts are amazing. Why is she not coming out good? I don't understand. Let me think this might have been because I like put some like sweat on there. So let's just like clean this with acetone. Well, thank you all who are staying with me during my technical difficulties. I very much appreciate it. It's been really hard to stream recently. We do stuff like pretty much every Friday night now. And I've had to like really stick to my guns about like streaming. But then like, you know, we had no Kings. And I just really like, I was just like so behind. It might be another AWS outage. Okay, maybe it's not me. Maybe it's not me. I mean, I don't like it when other people have outages either, but I like it when that did not, when things aren't my fault. That's good enough. She's good enough. She's pretty good, actually. I might fill her in a little bit on the back. So I think I'll do that right now. I'll just do a little filling. Let's just fill her up. The FCC is disrupting it, honestly. What happened the other day? The other day, I said something and like I did lose connection. And I was joking about it. But then like some of my comrades were basically like, but what if? But maybe it's real. Maybe you were. And I was like, y'all, I can't right now. I literally can't. I can't be living. I can't believe that right now. I feel like one really nice thing, if you are having like a lot of existential crises and thoughts and whatnot, and you're like, everything is bad and like it's bad for everybody else and it's also bad for me, I cannot recommend enough doing something about it. Because here's the thing is that like I'm aware I have privilege. I have a lot of privilege and I try to be open about that, not to brag, but because a lot of people act like we earn our privilege. And while absolutely they're like, I know people like, for instance, like Mediocre Manny's grew up in a poor farming town. Like, I think she talked about that on our podcast. And she is really financially stable because her and her husband were able to like, you know, they had enough going for them and they're able to save and they're able to plan and stuff like that. And that's amazing. So it's like, it's not that you can't get anywhere on your own means. You absolutely can. However, that's not a guarantee. That is not a guarantee. And there's like also other privileges that like, you know, go along with that and stuff like that. And like in Sinners, it, you know, reminds us that like, you could, you know, you could have like really, really made a home for yourself in the United States, be tax paying, have a green card, whatever. And this administration would just pretend that you don't, would just say, actually, you're not valid anymore and lock you up. But anyway, I'm kind of getting off the point. I'm trying to say is that getting involved has made me feel so much better. It's made me feel so much better about the future of our world and of this country and the lives of people I care about and people I don't even know. And in addition to that, there's a lot of things in my life that I was struggling with. And a lot of people around me who have been struggling. And joining this movement has help us connect. They've helped us connect. You know, Hubs and I have always wanted to help people, to use our you know, privilege to help people. And we're able to do that now in such a direct way. We can see people we're helping. And the thing is that like this administration, and like, again, forgive me for my soapbox, but that's why a lot of you are here. They want us to feel helpless. They want us to feel hopeless. They don't want us to survive. They want us to praise Trump or die. But they are going to fall. Like I said earlier, he's not benefiting anybody really, except for himself. And even that, like, it's also flawed because of capitalism. A lot of like luxury things and brands and even ways of making things have been lost because they were not profitable enough. So even wealthy people can't buy as nice of shit anymore. They can't hire, you know, as good of workers as they used to be able to. It doesn't, in the end, benefit anybody. And so it's going to crumble. And that is, you know, my hope and my opinion. And I have to believe that, or else why keep going? You know, why, if I don't believe we can win, then why keep going? And if we're not going to win, I would much rather go down fighting. So yeah, if you're feeling hopeless, and you don't have to go in person, you know, if you're in the US, find your local 5051. If you're not in the US, I'm sure you can find, like, either you can find a US 5051 or other organization to help remotely with, or you can just kind of like work on things in your own territory. And even if you are suffering, it might open opportunities for you to meet really kind people who could help you. I have a friend who like completely like cleaned and reorganized my kitchen. I have a lady who comes over like almost every week to come like make stuff, because we have printers and we have button makers and stuff. She comes to make stuff for her own like groups, but she like comes in and is like, what can I do for you? Your dishes need to be done. I'm gonna do your dishes. And these are things that like are shameful for me. These are things that are like things that I've struggled with. And I've been told, not by luckily people I love, like, you know, my spouse and stuff, but like, that I've been told are like shameful things that like, you know, I should be ashamed of. And this person comes in, sorry that my camera's so shaky. This person comes in and they are so incredibly grateful and they just want to give. If you want to find people in your life who want to give, the act of giving and receiving is an act of revolution, an act of resistance. And I've started to become under the impression that all we have to do is outlive these people. All we have to do is outlive them. And you know, that is not as easy for some as it is for others. But if we can help each other, if we can make these communities. I read this book that was called How to Create a Mass Movement. And one of the lines that really got to me was, it said that, I guess I'll put her here next to the pentagram. It said that when the government, was it just now? Did you hear my whole tirade? In How to Create a Mass Movement by Heather Marsh, which I have copies of if you want a PDF or if you want another copy, another way of it for your e-reader. She said that when governments and institutions fail, activism becomes the government and institutions. And that we should not strive to like save or restore our institutions, we should strive to replace them. And that's like how like the school lunch programs start. The video got touched, Choppy. Okay. That's how like free school lunch programs got started. That's how ambulance programs got started, were people in marginalized communities saying, our people are in trouble. Our people are dying. Our people are starving. Our people are not getting help. We have to become... We can't rely on the systems and institutions. We have to become them. So, yeah. Like, I know so many people who, in person, who are like, I am ready to do the work to help people who need it. And I'm sure that there are people around you, or you're that person, or you're that person to somebody else. And it's extremely beautiful. And I hope that, that some of you are inspired. How will this witch fit on? Oh, there's a smaller one. Oh, there's a smaller one. Okay. I don't really know how this witch is gonna look. I might have to do like a background for her. Let's see. I want to do this male spooky hoe, but I don't actually... Where should I put him? Well, okay. This witch is going down. This witch is happening. Thank you, Melissa P. Thank you. I'm so glad that was good advice for you. But yeah, I honestly can't, like, if you have like a standing protest near you, I think you should go down to it. I think you should go down to it and you should meet the people. And you should get involved. Because like nowadays when I hear a horrible, horrible news story, when I hear something horrible, of course, it breaks my heart. And I have this barrier that protects my brain because I'm going, A, I'm not crazy. There's so many people who believe in the same things as me. And B, I'm doing something about it. Like, what can I do? So many things. And I'm doing them. And it's not selfish to want some inner peace. It's not living a good life. Everybody deserves to live a good life. And if you are living a good life, you should give back. And if you're not giving a good life, you should strive to live a good life. Not necessarily saying like, you know, sell your soul to the fucking devil, but just like, remember you deserve it. And there's people out there who want you to have it. Okay. God, I can hardly tell what this witch is. Maybe if I do a bit of work on her. Maybe if I do a bit of work. But yeah, I'm just saying it from experience because being involved in this group has, like, for families impacted by the ice raids every single week. And we filled a semi-truck with donations at No Kings. A semi-truck. And the most beautiful thing about giving people something to do in these dark, dark times is they are just chomping at the bit to do it. People, like, there's a lot of people out there that don't know what to do. And when you finally give them something that they can do, something concrete, they are so excited to do it. And that's like, the food drives have just been amazing for me, because I'm like, oh my God, you actually want to do this. You actually want to help. But anyway, it's good for your psyche, and it's good for yourself, and like, it's good for the fucking people in power to just like see fucking 7 million people out in the streets in frog costumes, just being like, fuck you bitches. And laughing at you because you're a fucking joke. Laughing at them, rather. Because they're a fucking joke. Because they are. They're a fucking joke. A cruel joke. But a joke nonetheless. Also, by the way, please, if you can, try to donate to food banks. A lot of food banks, like, obviously donating food is good. It's great. I want to go to Costco and get a bunch of food for this one. There's this like mini food pantry nearby to my house. And I went there because it's also a bookstore. And we do a lot of work with them. And they also do like a free bodega sometimes where you just can go and shop for free. And I saw this dude there. And like, honestly, I'm gonna cry a little bit. I saw this dude there and he was just so happy about some of the stuff they had in the food pantry. And he was just kind of like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make this. And I was just like, really happy that he had that, and also obviously like devastated. And like, SNAP checks aren't going out in November because of the government shutdown. And like, I know I have a few people in my life who were able to help. And they're going to be okay. They're going to be fine. They're going to thrive. And there's so many other people who are not going to thrive. So if you can give to a food bank, if you can, like, I've heard that a lot of food banks like money more than donations because they can get deals that you would never believe. You would just never believe the deals that they get. But the things that they really want more than anything are like proteins. So I'm going to try to like stock up that little pantry. That pantry is so small. But just like, just having an interaction with that guy. And we talked a little bit because I was wearing a trans rights shirt and he was a trans man. And like that made him feel, he like felt comfortable to talk to me about some of the stuff, you know, he was going through. And like, it was difficult. It's difficult to hear. It's really difficult. So if you can, do what you can. And if you are in need, get help. Do anything you can. Do anything you can. Fight. You know? Fight, beg, borrow, maybe don't steal, but only, that's just a suggestion. Depending on who you're stealing from, I don't really care. If I was working at a grocery store right now, there would be so much looking the other way. So much. But yeah, I just... You know, I know people who, like, they like, they're on food stamps, and they, like, cannot make the ends meet on the food stamps. And just imagining, like, I've been so blessed throughout my entire life, I've never been food insecure, ever in my life. Uh, if nothing else, I could always go back to my mom's house and she would feed me, you know? Even today. Even today. But like, just not knowing where that money is going to come from, where your food's going to come from, if you're going to be able to eat the entire month. It's, like... That's the real horror. I'm not afraid of horror movies because they're fake. But I am afraid of hunger. Because that's real. So yeah. If you can donate, like, you could save lives. You could save lives. And if you're in need, I have had people come up to me at events and be like, where can I get support? Like, I need food. I need this. And like, well, I wasn't always able to help them immediately, although all of our events have food. So like, if you were hungry at our event, there's food. But like, I was able to be like, this place, you can go here. You can do this. You can go, you know, like, I watch a lot of Park Rose Permaculture, and she was talking about an old lady who was like talking about places she could gather cans, because that's you know, she didn't make enough money on her Social Security, and so she had to gather cans. It's like old woman. Sorry to be so fucking like serious right now. Everybody's like, Stephanie is like crying about poor people, and also like and also her stream is like going in and out. But and they lived in the same neighborhood, and she says that she's been able to kind of like help this lady who is suffering so much. And the lady was not like, she was out protesting. And she understood the need for the protest because she was experiencing it. And she was not asking for a handout. But like, this is what community actually is, you know, like seeing that people are in need and trying to meet those needs. Let's see. Your school service club is putting together a massive data bank of food banks by county. Oh my God, beautiful. Step benefits ending next week has you so worried for folks. Yeah, like, yeah, it's just an awful, you know, when I go into Danny's chat and the thing plays that says, "Aw, fuck, I can't believe you've done this." That's how I feel right now, but time is like a million. I really can't believe they've done this. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, the rural areas, it's like, rural areas are such a hot button topic in California, honestly. It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting, I say. Like, I haven't been, like, upset this entire time, literally crying. I don't know if this witch is gonna read, but I think she looks pretty cool. Probably not reading to you right now, but she looks pretty cool. They just don't know about the little ones closer to them. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, good. Anyway, like, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, if you're not used to me, just like make dick joke, say a political thing and cry, occasionally do nail art. Well then, honey, you got a big storm coming. Maybe I'll put the Boo Man group on my thumb. There's this. Oh, wait. I have a ghost spooky hoe. I forgot that I do have a ghost. I do have a ghost on that one that has the weird back. What did I do with the one with the weird back? Oh, I put it over here. Oh, I was talking about rural areas. Not rural areas in California. Not rural areas in California. The thing is that California has a taxation without representation problem. Big time. We are like the world's 4th largest economy. We have a population larger than most countries. And we are deep blue. Deep fucking blue. Now, given people will like do maps of California where they're like, look, they're only blue here. All the stuff on the inside is red. And it's like, no one fucking lives there. No one fucking lives there. But anyway, but it's these other states, especially many of them with large rural areas, who have like seriously disproportioned representation in the House of Representatives and in Senate and in the Electoral College. They have these hugely outproportioned votes, but we pay more way more taxes than those people. Like we you know, probably pay the same taxes, but like because there's so many of us, our taxes go to support those communities. And then those communities, and the thing is, I know there's always assholes, but almost everybody I know wants our money going there. Almost everybody I know wants rural areas to be served. We know that there's people there who need help, and we also know that there's people there who are farmers and make our food and like who, you know, do all this incredibly important stuff for our country, and also are just literal human beings, you know, that deserve dignity and life and stuff like that. But it's so fucking stupid because it's either A, gerrymandering, or B, freaking just like, I don't know, people who don't know what's good for them keep voting for Republicans. And like, they're going to suffer so much. California has so much like security, not enough, but like a lot of security systems built into the, like baked into the loaf. We help ourselves, and it's not perfect at all. But like we will survive. And so many of these red states and rural areas have just fucked themselves over so immensely, and somehow think it's the, like, and I'm not like a Democrat, like, you know, bootlicker, but I will say, if you didn't vote in this last election or in the last Trump election because like, I don't like the Democrats either and there's no point in voting, fuck you, bullshit. Bullshit. I'm not saying, like, I hate Gavin Newsom. I am so grateful for how he's been with Trump. He has been an absolute thorn in Trump's side. He is doing his best. And also, that man hates two things. It's homeless people and Republicans, and he's a lot of homeless people. Like, he sucks. And if he's up for president, not the primary, but president, I'm going to vote for him. Because at least I won't worry about being put in a fucking concentration camp. At least I can fight for a better world without literally being worried about being taken out. Like, it's not the same. Vote for the lesser evil so the more evil one doesn't win. If you have a choice between a fucking dumbass, like, you know, actually slightly right of center Democrat versus a literal dictator fascist, that's like not a choice, my man. Vote or die. Especially if you're in a red state, especially if you're in a swing state. But don't take anything for granted. I should have put white behind these spooky hoes. I forgot to. It's been too long since I've worked with neons. Oh my goodness. Oh, by the way, in case everybody's confused, there is no Polish Pickup Bingo on Sunday. Halloween is next Friday. Which means it will not be the first Friday of the month. It'll be the last. So bingo is next week. We're doing protest bingo, though. I'm very excited about it. Very, very excited about protest bingo. It's just basically like make a new friend, sign this petition, vote yes on 50, which, by the way, if you are in California, vote yes on 50. Is 50 gerrymandering? Technically, yes. But it is legal because we are legally allowed to vote as a state on how we want our districting to go. So it is legal. It is temporary. When the next census happens in 2030, exactly, Melissa, like what the fuck? Like, do you really just want to own the libs that damn badly? Like, will not paying taxes that you imagine is gonna happen, like it's not actually gonna happen, but like that you imagine is gonna happen, like really, not you, obviously, you're great. Is that really going to like help? Meaning that it stays red. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't like, it just doesn't. I'm just like taxation, not representation. I'm like, and I think that California should stop paying its federal taxes. I don't know how we can like do that. I don't know how we can, do they get automatically deducted, you know, from our checks and stuff, but like it would have to be some sort of like it'd have to be a big old fucking thing. It'd be really cool if we could pay our taxes and have them withheld, but withheld from the government as well. Like, so that if we do have to pay our taxes, they like, if we do reach a thing and then the taxes are due, we aren't like going like, oh shit, I thought I had that money, you know? Like it would go into like a place that would be withheld until like we get what we want. But yeah. Also, Colorado, vote yes on LL and MM. Make the rich pay for school lunches. Yay! Yes! Colorado, vote yes on LL and MM. No child should go hungry in the richest, I mean, anywhere, but in the richest country in the world. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And inhumane and awful. I mean, it's hard to say inhumane about like literal humans. Like, I feel like that's something you say about dogs, but I love dogs. I love cats more, but I understand that dogs are like maybe smarter. They're more human. That's for sure. They're more like people. They're more like people than cats are. Yes, you want to leverage, but I will forget. Exactly, Lori. Exactly. We need our leverage accounts where we just put it aside and go like, I'm not giving it to you. I mean, I'm not going to take it. I'll file my taxes and refund myself. But I'm not giving it to you fucks. But yeah, like at the end of the day, I think it really, for the blue states, for the coastal elites, it does come down to taxation without representation. Like DC hardly has any representation at all. You know, they're like a city the size of some states. Puerto Rico isn't even a state. And they pay taxes. Like, this is why we had the goddamn Boston Tea Party. We're starting a new tea party with blackjack and hookers. I kind of like smudged a little. Not really though. I'm gonna be running late today, but I'm just like tempted to just let it happen. This ghost lady, my other ghost ladies aren't as long as this ghost lady. I'm so sorry. You're gonna not have your feet, which kind of like makes you look a lot less like a sexy ghost lady. This like ghost lady kind of just looks like she's just kind of like, what? I was just like shopping. Spooko tea party with blackjack and hookers. Exactly. This is what I love about you, Sark. You just get it. You just walk in and you're like fucking on your level. Are you going to the Fallout fan celebration? We are going. I have no idea to what degree I will be dressed for it, because I just got over talking about my trauma my trauma with the frickin' people making my costume, because I think that Sark knows more than most people in this chat, because Sark's seen me in person and in various states of undress, that my ass is huge, just absolutely massive. I'm so sorry you're not going. That's very sad. And so I had to order a special vault suit because I don't have time to make it myself. And also minorly don't have the skills. I can't buy anything pre-made because none of it fits. But I just got like the freaking runaround. And allegedly I'm actually getting my one that actually fits on by Halloween. So we'll see how true that is. Anyway, I've just been like talking politics. As I do. Would you agree, Sark? Yeah, it's a very specific fit too. Exactly. Like my friend a lot of people make them out of jumpsuits or out of work coveralls. But like, they literally don't make them in that color in my size. They literally don't make them. Like, I would love it if they did. Exactly. And it's a Fallout 4 one too. Because the character I'm going as is a sole survivor. But yeah, I finally did get one that they said, I like asked them a number of times, is it gonna be the one that fits my 70-inch ass? Is it gonna be that one? Is it gonna be that? And they're like, yes. And I got it. It was not that one. Spoilers. It wasn't that one. But yeah. Hopefully after this week, my Halloween, we're doing a special Halloween rally. If you happen to be in Orange County, Sark, which you're probably not, but on Sunday, the Irvine Rally for Democracy is doing a special Halloween rally with a costume contest and bingo and button making. And you could go and see me in my anglerfish costume, which tomorrow I will be like overhauling because I have to fix its teeth and I have to fix its eyes, but I think those will just take me a couple hours. I believe the term you're looking for is glorious. Thank you. I was describing it to chat because people often don't understand the largeness of my ass, the gloriousness of my ass. And I was like, I'm not trying to complain. And then Hubs just like put his head in and he was like, no, you're not trying to complain. You're trying to brag. And I'm like, exactly. It's incredible. It's glorious. It's, you know, you can get lost in its eyes. But did I say this already? I've wanted a hat for so long that said my eyes are up here. And now I have these frog eyes. Of course Husbando knows. How do you think I got this job of Husbando's wife? Of waifu. How do you think I became the waifu? It was like 99% ass. That's not true, but it sure did help. Husbando says that I look like a sexy cartoon. Like those sexy cartoons with the proportions that are like super fucking extreme. I'm so grateful for Danny for like reminding me that I don't cook, I don't clean. Let me tell you, I got this ring. Part of that song, I said that the other day. I gotta laugh. But it's true. The ass don't quit. It works hard for all of us. There's some spooky hoes in this house. Spooky hoes in this house. Spooky hoes in this house. You played that song twice last night. Where were you last night? Thank you. Exactly. I am an unrealistic beauty standard for women. Yet another unrealistic beauty standard. Stream. Oh, yeah. I just assumed you were somewhere else because you don't always play that at your stream. I need to go to your stream more. I have become obsessed with the song. I mean, this coincided with my Priest obsession. Which, if you don't play Obey at your streams, you should. And I will try to go if you do. But not for like the whole night, because I'm busy, unfortunately. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. That makes sense. Y'all, you gotta check out Sark's stream. Sark does a DJ stream, and he plays like eclectic, dark eclectic, I think is what you call it. It's like goth music and also like really cool hip hop and rap. And like, it is just incredible. I'd be there more often if it weren't for my ADHD and other time restraints. But for a while there, I was there every fucking week. I don't want you to think it's because I don't love you. It's because, you know, life happens. But also, like, we're kind of like, the life here has changed. So there's a chance that on Thursday nights I might have like more time. I should also tell my roommate about your stream. I think she'd like it. Oh, but yeah, another song. I don't know if it would fit in with your stream, but like is Infinite Skin by Black Audio. I've been obsessed with that song. I need to add, I used to have a list of songs. I used to have like a playlist of songs that you play at your stream. But unfortunately, they were too fucked up for Hubs. Hubs was like, this shit's too fucked up. I don't want to listen to this song anymore. And I'm like, okay, valid. All right. So I really want a Zig. No, I really want. I'm not setting myself up for another one. Yeah. I love the song that you play. Is it Jim Jones? Is it literally just called Jim Jones? And I'm like, this song's so fucked up. It's so fucked up they made this song. They shouldn't have made this song. And also it fucking slaps. Also, it's so good. Yeah, Skins Jim Jones. Yeah, like it's like it's a whole ass thing. It is just a whole ass deal. I want like a thing to put in the background of, oh, I guess the Ouija board planchette. The planchette. I have more planchettes over here. Do I have I have like a better planchette. I have... Oh, I think it's actually fell into here. I told you. Listen, I really, really, really want a Zig Zig Ah. Clearly. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want a Zig Zig Ah? Only commies wouldn't. If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with this ass. Oh my god, Lori, I'm dying. You were so sad hit the ball didn't release a new Embrace the Dark Side this year. Oh my god, you're right. Those mother fluffers. I'm gonna just put a little planchette. I'm just gonna like pronounce the less and less and claim that it's just me speaking really good French. What the fuck happened to my scraper? Here a minute ago, gone forever now. Where's my scraper? I'm gonna have to redo my paint. Wow, sounds like something a synth would say. Hold on, I have to remember what the fuck I said. I forgot. Oh, the planchette? What did I say? This is the curse of being a streamer, is that everyone's like, you said this thing, and I'm like, Clipser, it didn't happen. Where I literally, did I drop it? 1 second ago. 1 fucking second ago. I had my big fancy scraper. And then the next second, the dingo ate my baby. Who wouldn't want one? What of what? What did I say? Anyway, I don't have any idea what I said. The day I like do a stream where I remember what the fuck I say is gonna be a red letter day. Oh my god, if y'all don't mind spoilers for like a very minor, like not even scary horror game, maybe I'll play it on stream sometime. It's like really not scary at all. It's called like Home Safety Hotline. I'd have to like look it up, see exactly what it's called. But I watched Jacob and Julia Drophy play it on Secret Sleepover Society. And, oh, who wouldn't want a Zig Zig Ah? That's what I was saying, wasn't it? Okay, I got it. I got it. I think I got it. I think I know my own joke now, actually. Anyway, point is. So in Home Safety Hotline, like, you have a list of things that could possibly be happening to people, and they call you, and you try to, like, confirm what is happening to them. And some of them are, like, weird supernatural phenomenon. Some of them are, like, fae beings. Like Hobbs and Boggarts and stuff. And, like, some of them are just, like, general shit. Some of them are just general shit. Like, a house fire, a faulty foundation, termites, things like that. And you have to decide. And it's like kind of spooky. And this lady named Carol calls you and is like, "Thou hath pleased the people both above and below with your work. We are most pleased. If you keep this up, like, we will promote thee." She like talks like really like silly like that, like really old timey and whatever. And it's like, oh man, like what's gonna happen? Like, how are we gonna like what? Bust the ghost termites. Exactly. Anyway, so it's a short game. At the end of the game, Carol calls you and she's like, "Thou hast pleased the people both above and below. Like, come to this like secluded wood and we shall give thee a promotion." And it's like, oh my god, they're gonna murder me. And you like get there and then Carol is there and she's like a nymph kind of person with like a flower crown and stuff and like big overdone makeup. And she's just like, "Congratulations, you have been like you have been promoted to like call center 2." And then like all of these like fae folk come out and it's like real, it's like real people. It's like people in costumes. They all come out of the woods and just like start dancing and celebrating your promotion. Don't come to the fucking woods. That's another good song that he plays. This one is Do Come to the Woods. You'll get a promotion and everybody will dance. And it's just like, you're just working for a weird ass Fae company and they're fucking fine. They're just fine. Right? Isn't it cool? And there's a holiday version one as well. There's a holiday version one as well. And like, that one is much less ambiguous because like you are a person who worked there last year for like seasonal. Maybe I'll play it, but like, yeah, you worked there last year for seasonal. You can't wait until my time in the soil arriveth. Exactly. Yes. Yes. Don't they say that in the game? Dippy's a fan. Dippy's a fan. You've watched this then. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I just watched both of them the other day. And yeah, in the holiday one, you like have to keep a certain level of cheer up so you can go to the holiday party. So that one's a lot less ambiguous as to if you're actually like, if these people are actually like, ah, this is the wrong color. No, Stephanie. It's a neat little game. I can't believe I made that the wrong color. Okay, I'm not gonna have time to do my other hand. I will do it fucking later. It was so cute. I was so surprised. I've been watching a bunch of their horror games on Sleepover Society because, you know, I have things to do, so I don't really want to watch an entire horror movie or play an entire horror game. But I've been watching, and often I don't watch their horror stuff because I need to like, I either want to play the game actually myself or want to actually watch them play so I can't do something in the background while they play, or I'm going to sleep and don't want to get spooked. But I have learned that games like Observation Duty are not actually scary. So I can actually listen to those while I sleep. But yeah. I just decided not to take it because I was just really worried it was going to get fucked up. We hadn't like really made a plan. But we really want to start bringing our long Jacob horse to events, to like resistance events. And I really want, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Drawfee or email Drawfee. And I want to see if they'll make us some art. Because we make buttons and stickers and stuff. And I would love it. And I feel like they might. I feel like they may do it. They'll be like, we can credit you or not. But do you want to make free art to distribute to resistors? And I think they will. But we really want to like bring our Jacob horse out and like put like pride flags on it and stuff and like hang it in our easy up. Or like give it a basket to hand stuff out with. Maybe we can bring it on Halloween or on the pre-Halloween, the Halloween pre-game day. Oh, all right. I would just fucking, I'm having such a good time with y'all. I would just fucking stay on until, I would just fucking stay on and do my other hand. I just know I need to feed myself before the movie. And if I stay really late to do the other hand, then my hand is going to be drying. Maybe I'll put it on like right before the movie starts. Because I could do it in like 10-15 minutes. Yeah, I also watched Dead Letters Department. That one is a somewhat similar idea. Somewhat similar, not very. But it's not a little fun, happy game. I mean, it's a little game. Definitely a little game. But it is scary, and it is a bit bleak. Okay. Let's get this manho. Get this manho on. This is turning into a pretty good spooky home, Annie. Gotta run soon for your nephew's B-Day. Have fun at the B-Day. I do hope that you get back in time for Donnie Darko. It's gonna be a really fun time. Donnie Darko isn't a fun movie. Like, it is a fun movie. I fucking love Donnie Darko. But it's not like... I like to watch Murder Party on Halloween, and that's like a fucking fun movie. You're just like laughing, having a good time. Donnie Darko is like, wow, I think my soul is broken. But they are playing Joy Division. And there's some pretty cool imagery happening. Donnie Darko, most awkward porn. Explain yourself. Yeah, it's a fun watching The Crow today, so it will balance that out. I watched The Crow one time. And that was enough. That was enough for me. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I don't really understand why I should care. And I know other people do. And I know that Brandon Lee died. Rest in peace, my dude. Tragic. And also, a lot of people have died who are involved in things that just really don't speak to me in any way. It's the most indulgent edgelord nonsense, just a hot guy running around in the rain. Yeah, it like, I just need a little more than that. And like, you know, I think the right edgelord hot guy running around in the rain could do it for me. Maybe if I found the right one. But yeah, that tracks. And I know the movie would have been probably more substantial. I know that there's like a whole character that got cut. I saw an interview with him. With the actor. The whole character got cut, and that would have probably added quite a bit more to the story, more interest and intrigue. But before they shot the scenes, I think they only shot like one scene with this guy. You know, the main character died. The lead died. Absolutely fucking tragic. It's not a good movie. It's happened to be during a formative period in my life. That totally makes sense. You're a big fan of the original comic. I feel in some ways a reboot was more accurate. That makes total sense, Sark, and it makes sense, and it holistically makes sense, because like I said, like, there were some things they weren't even able to film because Brandon Lee was deceased. And so, like, yeah, but I bet you it's, you know, probably better for the fans, but like, absolute tragedy. I'm not a big edgelord lover. And like, that's not to say, if you're like, but Stephanie, there's always an but with me. There's always gonna, because what you gotta understand about me is that I'm a horny slut. So if there's someone to be horny for, the odds are good. The odds are quite good. But yeah, I think my friend Vanessa showed me The Crow in high school, and I'd heard about it for years, and it had this like vibe in my brain that was like very like almost like too cool and forbidden. I don't know why it wasn't too cool or forbidden, but I was like, oh, The Crow, that's for like real Real cool people. And then I saw it and I was just like, this is it? This is it? You can start, you probably won't be at movie night. You probably won't be. Okay. Well, we will miss you so much, and I would love for you to be there. And if not, we need to commune at some point. We must commune because I love you and I miss you. And someday we will be literally free from the tyranny, and I'll have fucking time again. Won't that be something? I'm trying to think, like, what is a movie that I really love that's not good? Feel free to like, I might be absolutely horrifically offended by what y'all will say. But what's like if you could think of what I enjoy, what's just like honestly not a good movie? I try to think of what's like not a good movie, but that also was like it from a formative part of my life. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Almost always when I watch an old movie or something that I loved from when like I was like a kid or a teen, and I'm like, yeah, this was so good. I watch it again and it is still so good. I just have really good taste, you see. No, I just have really consistent taste. I don't know what Hudson Hawk is. Unfortunately, the name sounds familiar. I don't know that. But those are yours, it sounds like. Because we even watched together The Hug-a-Bunch, which, like, to my mind is one of the, like, dumbest things I ever watched on repeat. And it brought like the entire chat to tears. It actually like, oh, recommendations in that vein. No, I was asking for people, because everybody watches all the movies that I love. I was asking if anybody knows something. I was asking for people to be my brain, but another one of yours is Girl Interrupted. I only saw it one time, but I will take suggestions, and I will acknowledge them. Hudson Hawk. I really need to go. Oh, it's a frickin' Bruce Willis movie. Bruce Willis. Hot take, Dream a Little Dream was far better movie. I don't even know that one, but it sounds so familiar. There are movies that it's like people say this is a bad movie and they're wrong. Okay, one movie, interesting, with Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman is so tragic. I wish... I'm about to check this out sometime. I wish that, you hated Labyrinth, but you don't know if you're the majority. Okay. That's true. That's true. Labyrinth is well regarded as a good movie, so I think that that one doesn't count, but your opinions are valid. Your opinions are valid. And like there's some movies and things that I'm into that like I know are not for everybody. Phantom of the Paradise isn't for everybody. Suspiria isn't for everybody. Toys and Sucker Punch aren't for everybody, but we watched them for Psychtember and I was like, yeah, I'm still into this. I'm still into this. But I'm trying to think of like formative ones. Like, what are some of my like... I'm trying to think of like the posters I have at my mom's house. You love... Oh my god! Okay, and you love Toys and Sucker Punch. Literally, I'm like tempted to show you the other side of my room. I don't even know if it'll like be able to focus. I'm gonna do it like towards the ceiling because I don't want y'all to see all the random crap. But like, across from us. This is across from me right now. A Phantom mask signed by what's his name? Paul Williams. And then these two Phantom posters. The other one on the bottom is a fake movie poster for a movie about Beef, back from the dead and ready to rock. Because I fucking love Beef. He's what's for dinner. Thank you. Romeo plus Juliet. Okay. Sark, I'm going to give you that one. Have you not seen Phantom of the Paradise, Dippy? Did you not watch it with us? We're going to have to watch it again. But yeah, Romeo plus Juliet, I think that's, oh, we got to watch it. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Beef is this amazing gay rock star. Queer-coded rock star, but like, I mean, well, one thing, I know the person who coded that queer is not a queer hater. Man, this ghost man is difficult. Okay. I've got to like finish his legs. I've got to like paint in his legs. You napped a lot lately. Things have been tough. I'm so excited. It wasn't recently though, so it might have even been before your time that we watched it, Dippy. It wasn't recently, but we'll watch it again. Maybe we'll watch it for my birthday. November is movies that we haven't watched but we shouldn't have, including a movie that I haven't watched but I should have, which is frickin' The Mummy. The Brendan Fraser The Mummy. I watched it. I don't know if I've ever watched it all the way through, but of all the things, that I have watched, The Mummy was too scary. There's a scene where a dude wakes up and they've taken out like all of his sensory organs, except for his ears. And absolute fucking nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I saw that and I was like, I cannot continue. I can't continue. I can't watch this anymore. This is horrendous. I love A Knight's Tale. I loved A Knight's Tale so good. Yes, you should come with us. And that I think is going to be the double feature. I think we're doing a double feature of The Mummy and Hot Fuzz, because Hot Fuzz should have won Academy Awards. Hot Fuzz is one of the best movies ever made. It is like a near to perfect film. Its craftsmanship is absolutely out of this world. Absolutely out of this world. Like, the acting, both the serious acting and the comedic acting are just absolutely unreal. And when you look at the cast, like, one of the actors is, she's gotten, what's her name? Like Jeanette Coleman or something? She's only gotten like famous in the last few years, at least for like American audiences. I'm just gonna let his hands like be out here. I'm just gonna let his hands just be out here. His hands are just gonna be out. It's a hands out kind of day. It should have won Academy Awards. It was so fucking good. You were Hot Fuzz. It's excellent. Gonna watch Shaun of the Dead soon too. Shaun of the Dead was great. Don't get me wrong, but Hot Fuzz was a masterpiece. Hot Fuzz was a masterpiece. But I also love Shaun of the Dead. But to me, although they're related, they're just like on different levels. I really should have put white behind the one devil lady. All right. But she still looks fantastic. You agree the Hot Fuzz is better. Thank you. Thank you. I just need that validation. I see, I know you agree with me on everything except for Labyrinth. But maybe if I like tie you down and like keep your eyes open, Clockwork Orange style, which I've never seen. and don't intend to. I think I would only watch A Clockwork Orange. I think there'd be two scenarios where I'd watch A Clockwork Orange. There is a get together of people for the purpose of watching A Clockwork Orange. And or a group was watching it for like a study purpose. Okay, I thought I smudged something, but I didn't. Thank God. Yeah, that's exactly my thought about it. I know tons about it. I feel like, you know, there was a culture in Britain that was like very different from the US. They had these banned movies called Video Nasties that like were not like the US, you know, because, you know, we are supposed to have freedom of speech and expression. We just were not censored to the point that we're talking about A Clockwork Orange, yes. They were censored to the point of like that we were not in the US, although the US was censored, just like, but generally movies weren't outlawed. They just like weren't in-lawed. You know what I mean? Like, you weren't supposed to play your like gay stuff in theaters, but like you wouldn't necessarily actually get arrested for making it and distributing it on your own. But anyway, there was a lot more censorship there. And also in Britain, like pain inflicting BDSM is not actually legal. People do it for sure, but like you can't give consent. Like, there's some things that, like, you know, OnlyFans and some other websites, like, won't let you do. And it's mostly because of Britain, actually. It's mostly because of Britain, because they're not allowed to show that stuff in Britain. And so I think that if you were raised, I feel like if you were, like, presumably Stanley Kubrick is British, but also, like, Clockwork Orange is a book. Presumably for that person, having your, like, I think that probably, that movie probably and book probably lands a lot different for people living under that level of censorship. You know what I mean? Where it's like the government is like trying to censor every aspect of like, they're like trying to sanitize a lot of like natural human things, but also like, you know, the extremes. But they're only in videos. They're not like real. And so I don't know. It makes sense to me that maybe that would resonate better. But for me, I don't know if it would. Maybe if I went through it, that's what I mean. Like I would watch it if I was like doing kind of like a study of it. If it was like, let's learn about British history at this time. Let's learn about like the censorship. Let's learn about this stuff and whatever. Because like that theme is so like prevalent in British shit. Of like, you see it all the time now, like We Happy Few and stuff like that. Like, I know there's like a ride that I think might have gotten shut down in a British theme park called the Smiler. And it's all like, oh, you're not happy enough, so we're going to put you in the Smiler. And it's going to like make you, you know, better. It's like very dystopian, like pretend to be happy. So I feel like Clockwork Orange is probably more poignant in a culture that breeds that. You know what I mean? But in America, it's just like, I don't want to watch this. It's just violent and gross, and I hate these people. But yeah, I'd be willing to study it. I don't think I'd watch it for fun. Because I know what happens. I do love Malcolm McDowell, though. That man is like if Terrence Stamp and Sting had a baby. And I feel like he's right in there too. Like he is exactly like the Venn diagram of Terrence Stamp and Sting. Or the it's like the roles he plays. The vibe he has. He's like right there in the middle of those two people. Yeah, the old ultra violence. Oh, did I need to go anyway. I need to go anyway. Did I like do a thing? Am I back? Can I actually say goodbye to you? Because I did finish. I do want to show you my nails. But I did finish. Am I back? Tommy, can you hear me? Tommy is actually a movie that I watched at a very formative time, and it is actually kind of dumb and stupid and weird. I don't necessarily think the movie is dumb and stupid and weird, or the musical rather, but like the movie. Can hear me. Tommy has beans. Thank you. Tommy absolutely has beans. Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave? I'm trying to like focus. There we go. Here's the nails. Here's the nails. Here's the Spooky Ho man. We got the Spooky Ho babes. Thanks. Hold on, let me I can't actually do it. I can't actually, I'll get pictures under blacklight for sure, but I can't actually facilitate blacklight right now, unfortunately. Aren't they beautiful? Thanks. I think they're so lovely. Okay. I do need to fuck off. I do need to absolutely fuck off. But yeah, Tommy, formative movie that I love, also not very good. Also so extremely weird. And I unfortunately don't mean that as a compliment. I don't mean it as a compliment, although like I don't hate it. Like obviously I'm here for the weirdness, but I also feel like the movie Tommy would have benefited from being a little less weird. I feel like there's stuff that Tommy is actually, I don't think it's actually trying to say these things necessarily, because I've heard like interviews with like the writer of most of it, and he's like does not see the same things in Tommy as I do. But that's okay. That's okay. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for being here today. We are watching 2 movies tonight in the Discord. We are watching Crimson Peak. It's got a Tom Hiddleston in it. If you like the Loki man, you know him. He's gonna be in it, and he's gonna be like, oh, I'm living in this old Victorian house and I have so many feelings and there's so much blood. So if you're like, man, I want to watch Tom Hiddleston live in a Victorian house and have so many feelings and have so much blood, I got a movie for you. I haven't seen it, but I hear it's so good. And then after that, we're going to watch Donnie Darko. We're going to watch Donnie Darko. It's like in 80s, like it's made in the 2000s, but it's set in the 80s. We were nostalgic for the 80s, like the day the 80s ended. I remember like having 80s themed stuff when I was like, it had to have been like 93. The first time I went to an 80s themed party, I swear to God. I'm like, y'all, we just left. We're still there. We are still fucking there. Anyway, but the point is that set in the 80s, and it's got cute baby Jake Gyllenhaal. I know he's not the greatest guy, but it's him as a baby, and he's great. And Patrick Swayze and Sparkle Motion and a big scary rabbit that has haunted my dreams since high school. And I love him. He's so scary. He's so scary. He makes me want to run away and hide forever. And also, I want to give him a big hug.